What's up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to the Blue and Orange Brunch. And do we have some things to talk about, as always? Well, we got some news about Mitchell Robinson and his broken pinkie. He has had surgery. So on this show, we're going to discuss what the updates are and will he be able to play in these NBA Finals and the possible complications that can arise from this. Dolan, the owner of the New York Knicks, he does the right thing by Spike Lee. We'll talk more about that. And the New York Knicks, even though we're in the NBA Finals awaiting our future opponent, the Knicks hosted 6 draft picks from this upcoming NBA draft. We'll also talk about the ongoing battle between New Jersey Transit and MSG and the World Cup. We'll also talk about the San Antonio Spurs and their win last night. How does that impact the New York Knicks? We got some statements from some of our beloved Knicks Nation, and we also got the Pope. What does the Pope and the New York Knicks have in common? We're going to talk about all of these things on today's episode of the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. What's up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan. And I'm straight out of Kings County, New York, city's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey, welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic, beautiful afternoon on a Friday. The weather is nice, and so are these Knicks. But before we begin, we do have to address the proper formality. We have to smash that like button. We still cooking without grease, and we have to continue to let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be. All right? And listen, while you're at it, you might as well subscribe because we know that well over half of you who watch are not subscribed. So subscribe now and help us close the gap. We're on the road to 10,000 subs. And each time we reach a new subscriber milestone, we do have special giveaways. And the first is the 5K giveaway, where we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. All you have to do is subscribe. No phone numbers, no emails, no janky websites. Subscribe now, and you will automatically be entered in the chance to win this rookie card. Okay? Big time salute to everybody in the building off the rip. I do got to say what's up to my people. Salute to Super J, OKF Nation in the house. My man Zach, OKF Nation in the house. I see my man Mellow Mike. What's good? Hopefully everything is good with you at work today, Mellow Mike. AP. Yes, we are live. We are now in the building. You know, I had some technical difficulties, but we good now. Salute to Marie, OKF Nation in the building. All right. Felix Cepeda, big time salute to you. OKF Nation in the building. All right. I see Cleo. OKF Nation in the building. Uh-oh. Wow, she going there. 15 consecutive likes. Ooh, man. Quest ENT. Big time salute to you. Rolling Dog. Big time salute to you. Knicks will be champs 25-26. Big time salute to you. OKF Nation in full effect. We formed like Voltron as you guys continue to pile on in. Smash that like button. Couple of updates I would like to share before I begin the show officially. Unfortunately, last night I had to eat some crow. I was talking really bold, and this is what I shouldn't do for teams that are not my own. I thought that the Oklahoma City Thunder would get the victory, and we will have the answer, and we can start doing pick'em shows. And unfortunately, that is not the case. So we'll get more into that. But because of that, on Saturday, we're forced to do another op watch party. I was hoping to watch boxing, but now I got to watch basketball, doing my scouting, putting together some insights. There's a lot of parallels and connections in these games. I mean, they started off so close, Like the first 3 games. I remember coming into game 3, there was only 6 minutes of the game where it wasn't in single digits. And now when you look at these teams, straight blowouts ever since game 3. Uh, so we'll see what happens in game 7. Right now, it looks like the home team has the edge, but we'll talk more about that. And also, um, I may be back tonight. Depends. If I do, it'll be a late one. We'll see what happens. But right now we're just awaiting. We're doing our research. We're taking our time. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bring NBA Saturdays back tomorrow. There's a good chance I might. Usually NBA Saturdays can take place anywhere between 3, 4, 5. And then, of course, right after Saturday's game, we'll have our pick'em show where we will make our official picks. We had the giveaway contest. We did a duck race, which was fire. Salute to everybody that partaked in the duck race. So we'll be doing more of those things for the NBA Finals. I think that's it on the update front. Big time salute to my man AP. AP. So far, you've been accurate. Keep it going, Mitch. Ooh. Yeah, AP, I do my homework. So, that's usually why I'm on the money. I put a lot of time into like looking things up and looking into things so I could be as thorough as I can on the mic. As far as Mitch's status, I'm gonna give you some things that I've been looking into this. I'm gonna give you some things a little bit later in the show. That kind of is very interesting when it comes to Mitchell Robinson. A lot of dynamics and factors that we have to take into account with Mitch. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not as simple as 1, 2, 3. All right. But I'm gonna go to research mode and start the show how we always do. We're gonna take a look at, last night's game, and then we'll get into tomorrow's game. So last night was a blowout. Completely took me off guard. I was shocked. I was stunned. I thought San Antonio was done. But the Spurs, they deserve credit, man. They are a feisty young bunch of guys. And whether they win or lose this series, San Antonio, they will be a force to be reckoned with going forward. I think the only thing that takes them out would be injuries to their, top player in Victor Wembanyama. But besides that, man, you see on the screen the top performer was Chet Holmgren with 10 points, 11 rebounds. This right here is key though for Chet. This is another double-double. I think Chet has unlocked something in this series. And I'm curious to see how Chet will take that if they do win and go to the finals. We will see. Oh, by the way, I did write an article, and I'm gonna pull it up really quickly. I want to share with you guys. Uh, all you have to do if you're curious to find anything that I got going on, all you got to do is hit my link tree, and then you will see my Substack is in this link tree. All right. See, this week inside the Knicks, Karan Pierre Substack. You click on that. It'll take you to my Substack page. So I would appreciate if you guys could visit my Substack and check out my article I wrote. The Knicks are staring down from the mountaintop at OKC. So I would appreciate it if you guys check it out. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I wrote this. I took a lot of time to write this. I've been talking about it for a minute. I'm very excited about it, but I'm going to put it in the chat right now. All right. And then I'm going to pin it as well. But I wrote this. It's about OKC, and I know right now OKC is no guarantee they'll head to the finals, but it has a lot of good information in here as to why I believe this, and I've been feeling this way for the past 2 weeks. It just took me a while to get to it. I literally just put it in the chat, so if you get the opportunity, the chance to check it out, definitely check it out. All right, but a lot of the elements that I'm seeing right now, it just makes me even more confident seeing the Oklahoma City Thunder struggle right now. And both teams really struggle with each other, to be honest. It's definitely a fight for life right now. And San Antonio, they won the last battle. All right. Hold on. Let's get this out of here. Damn. But yeah, San Antonio, they won the last battle. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Or Saturday rather. Well, yeah, which is tomorrow. Okay. Bam. Now, tomorrow's game, the OKC Thunder are a slight favorite. And to believe it or not, the favorite in these series have been winning the game. consistently. Okay. And so, what will this mean for the actual game? I mean, we'll see. I think Oklahoma City just looks like a better home team. And I do anticipate Oklahoma City closing out the San Antonio Spurs at home. I just think at the end of the day, the veteran experience will pull them over the top. But we've seen this from OKC. They struggle, all right, against teams in the playoffs. They struggled against Denver last year. They struggled against Indiana last year, right? They didn't blow those teams out of the water. So to anybody thinking that OKC is just going to dust the Knicks off, you guys are not really paying attention to what's going on like that. All right. By the way, I pinned the link in the chat if you want to read my article. Okay, cool. So let me push forward. I'm gonna get into some topics. As you guys enter the building, hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. Definitely smash that like button so we can let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be. I'm gonna get to Mitchell Robinson's injury in a second, the latest updates and some of my thoughts on it. We definitely will unpack it as we go forward. But I want to start off with a feel-good story, as I always do. I'm somebody I like to keep politics for sure, and religion away from sports. But in this case, I think that this is a good thing. So I want to talk about the Knicks, receiving some blessings from the Pope. All right, Pope Leo. All right, gave some NBA Finals bound some seems to give NBA Finals bound Knicks his blessing. Okay, salute to that. Wednesday, Pope Leo, he was parading through a crowd at the Vatican where he heard insistent Knicks fans screaming, "Pope Leo, go Knicks!" The Pope, in response, appeared to give a thumbs up. So he's giving a thumbs up. All right. If you don't know, I think the Pope also went to Villanova. Yes. So he's down with the Nova boys. All right. So salute to the Pope being down with the Nova boys. We got the Pope's approval. I take that. He's riding with the Knicks. In San Antonio, they got the nuns. Salute to the nuns in San Antonio. But we got the Pope. All right. So I just wanted to share that as a little feel-good story. The clip went viral. I'm sorry I don't got the clip, but you guys can check it out. It even reached his alma mater, Villanova, with former men's basketball coach Jay Wright posting the clip to his X account. All right. Right. He has several connections to the Knicks team, having coached the Stars, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, the national titles, and of course, Jalen Brunson as well. All right. And so that's the thing with the Pope. All right. If anything, Pope Leo's apparent endorsement is a helpful way to feel the weight ahead of June 3rd start of the NBA Finals. I'm going to tell y'all right now, yesterday I said, please, will the politicians stay away from the Knicks? We don't need you guys invading our space and using us because we the hottest thing smoking. But this right here, I like this right here. And, salute to the Nova boys. And there's a lot of people, talking about the Knicks, man, from all different industries and stratospheres. And it's like the Knicks are the biggest thing smoking right now. This is something that we've always wanted to see the Knicks in this light. And they're delivering at a high cost right now. I'm going to keep it pushing. I want to talk a little bit about the World Cup. So, we got the World Cup and the NBA Finals out of crosshairs in the tri-state with Jersey and New York. Right now, New Jersey Transit, they said that they were not going to open up their service to Knicks fans and other commuters that are traveling between Penn Station and relative New Jersey stations where I think it's taking place at MetLife Stadium, the World Cup. So that you're not going to be able to get no train service from there. And the bottom line is, is developing into a bit of a competition. Now, there was a fire on the train for NJ Transit. Hopefully everything is okay. Hopefully it was running. A lot of people had tough commutes yesterday because of this. So we'll see what happens with that. That's definitely going to be a blow. But right now, when it comes to Knicks gear, you can't get no Knicks gear nowhere. If any of you in the chat were able to get Knicks gear, salute to y'all. It's sold out. You can't get no finals merch. Gone. Knicks gear tops World Cup section at NYC Sporting Goods store with grown men crying as swags run out. Now, I don't know if grown men were actually crying. I hope not. But a mania for the New York team is overshadowing FIFA fever at the city's only Dick's Sporting Goods location, as b-ball fans are being brought to tears at their inability to get sold out team items, while soccer gear remains barely touched. That's crazy. Monday was a madhouse in here. Dick's rep Yacina Pena said at the Glendale Queens store, the locker room hats, what they wore when they clinched, we got 300 of them, and within the hour, they were sold out. That's crazy. I have customers, men crying, she added. I wonder if she's dead serious. Like, we crying for Knicks gear? I'll wait. I'm patient. I don't got to be the first one. I'll wait. Listen, man. I tried to get the finals hats. They were sold out. I'm not spending way more money for a hat that I could get if I wait. I'm a wait patiently. The merch will be there. But if y'all want to be a part of the mania, you probably get some stuff on the resale market for like triple the price. But we'll see. Knicks fan Ron Rubino made his own NBA Finals t-shirt purchase Wednesday afternoon, even sporting a shirt from 1999 that he purchased when the Knicks last made the finals. Damn, this dude is a real fan. I got nothing from 1999. Bearing the caption, I still believe. 27 years I've waited to get a new one, the 62-year-old said. All right. Okay, cool. Wow. So people are really trying to get their hands on some merch. Right? We might have like 20 people out here waiting to buy this shirt, Pena said, because this is where the players wore. This is what the players wore. Wow. So yeah, man, we kicking FIFA's butt in merch sales. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys care about that? Just wanted to put it on the docket, put it on the table. Let's see where else I want to go. Since we're talking about the finals and that's the consistent theme, let's talk about the Spurs really quickly. San Antonio, a lot of Knicks fans was rooting for the Spurs last night. Not because we give a goddamn about San Antonio. It's because they help give us an advantage. And the assumption is that Mitchell Robinson could use as much of his edge as he can get. And we're going to get more into Mitchell Robinson in a second. But and if you don't know about Mitch, he broke his hand and he had surgery today. That is the latest update with Mitch. All right. But there's some more things that I feel is complicated and really complicates the situation that I don't think much people are really talking about. I guess people are just trying to take their time and gather the information as it comes in. But here's what happened in terms of the San Antonio Spurs. We just helped the Knicks get the best rest advantage possible. Because here's the thing. And I tried to explain this to Moses yesterday. We're not going to play later. So, like, this is not a scenario where if they win in game 6, then we play Monday. This is a scenario where they get less time. So now, instead of OKC clinching and winning last night, now they got to pray and fight they win on Saturday. And then from there, you get Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days rest, right? Instead of getting the 5 days rest. Our rest doesn't change, but now our opponent gets to scramble. And now they got to figure out what they're going to do. And this is what the issue is. So the Spurs winning when they did, it just helped the Knicks get the best advantage, right? All the Knicks did on their end was earn some extra time in recovery by finishing off the Cavs in 4 games. That definitely gave us more rest, right? We know Mitchell Robinson, pinky finger, which isn't going to likely to have fully recovered by the finals. But we'll see what happens with that. But pretty much the opposing team gets less rest. What do you think about that? Do you think that that's going to help us? You know what? Why I'm here? Because yesterday I didn't talk about this. really quickly. You know what? I'll save that. I think I might save that. Yeah, I'll come back to that. I have another article that's pretty good, but I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that. Save it. All right, but I'm gonna keep it pushing from here. I want to talk about Mr. Dolan, the owner, really quickly. All right, and I want to talk about this Knicks owner James Dolan and Spike Lee heel feud before or during Game 4 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, I don't like this headline because I don't know if there was a feud before the game. All right, I don't know if there was a feud before the game, but I'm gonna say this: people got a lot of negative things to say about Dolan, and I'm not the Dolan apologist, but at the end of the day, what I care about the most is basketball. And right now, the business of basketball in New York City is great. Yeah, a lot of the former players love him. They speak highly of him, right? We got guys taking sacrifices, laying down their salaries, and you could say what you want about Dolan in the past, but me personally, I don't really care. To me, he hired the right man, and he's doing the right thing by just letting the right guy take the job and not interfering or intervening. A lot of people said, "Well, oh, bro, he got Tibbs fired." That's not based on the reporting at the time. The reporting at the time indicated that he supported Leon Rose, and even his own statements on WFAN is that Leon Rose is the boss, even though he's the boss, but Leon Rose is the boss. So I don't really care about what Dolan is doing because it's not impacting the team. It's not impacting Knicks Nation negatively. But listen to this: Knicks Nation winning streak healing the duel between Spike Lee superfan and Dolan. All right, this is what they're writing. Dolan and the Do the Right Thing director has had a combative relationship in the past. Okay, we talk about 2020. The billionaire was harassing him. Why are we going back to 2020? It's 2026. All right. But here's the thing that no one's talking about, and this is why I'm talking about it. We were told that Dolan went out of his way to make sure that Spike Lee wasn't left out of the team celebration after its Game 4 win in Cleveland. All right, which pushed them in the finals for the first time. We're told that after the final buzzer, orange tape was put around the court while the team was presented with the Eastern Conference Championship trophy. But we hear when Dolan spotted Lee standing outside of the area, he went over and brought the Oscar winner across the thin orange line. Photos show the pair embracing in the afterglow of the win. A spokesperson for Dolan confirms there was a taped off area for players and their families, right? Back office people of the Knicks and other VIPs. Jim waved Spike Lee in and invited him to join the celebration and enjoy the historic win. No one's going to talk about that. So salute to Dolan for looking out for Spike Lee. Spike Lee's somebody that goes back for years. He's been in the front row. He's been in the front row before Dolan was even thought about being the owner of the Knicks. And so I thought that was a classy move. I just wanted to give Dolan a salute on that. Didn't have to do that. He could have been the a-hole that everybody thinks he is and kept the brother out. But he said, nah, Spike, you a part of this. I got to have you up in here. Big time salute to my man, Mr. Knicks. 101. He asked, did Mitch, I gotta remember to put the comments on the screen. Did Mitch punch a monster truck? No. No, he got his hand, he hurt his hand in the game. I think he was dunking or something like that. I don't remember the actual footage, but he hurt his hand during Game 4. He came back and played. That's why it wasn't a big deal. That's why a lot of y'all don't even remember what happened. I wish I had that footage to show. If I could get it really quick. I might have it. I just didn't really care to look at the injury again. My concern is whether or not he's coming back. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. What I can do, is I can put this on the screen. really quickly. Broken pinky surgery. I got so many articles. I want to go there yet. All right, I'll do it like this. I'll go to my hoops rumors article and let's see if they got an X link up in there. But he hurt his finger during the game, though. Now, of course, Shams, he tweeted that Mitchell Robinson had surgery. Okay. Now here's the problem, and we're gonna unpack this because a lot of people took it as, well, Mitch is gonna play. What he do? Let's go. That is not what's being reported. This is what's being reported. I'm gonna go back to research mode so y'all can see it. All right. And this is why it's important that you got to read this stuff with the context. According to Sharina, all right, or Shariana or Shams. I'm at to butcher the last name, but it's all good. We know we talk about Shams. The veteran center fully plans to play in game 1 of the finals next week. The expectations is that he'll wear a brace on his right hand to protect his finger. This is what you call expectations and hope. Mitch plans to play. That doesn't mean that he will play. I got a broke hand. Let me just start this off by saying this. I broke my hand, right? I got to go see the doctor on Tuesday. It's definitely been over 3 weeks since I broke my hand. And it's I got some good flex. You see, I always could move my hand, but it's getting better every day, but it's still pain if I try to overextend my fingers. And so, speaking from my experience, I know I broke my hand. This is not my pinky. It's a different injury, even though it's a hand injury. I can't play basketball, bro. Like, I'm just letting you know right now, I'm not playing basketball. I'm gonna be out for a minute. Now, I'm not saying that Mitch's injury is the same as my injury, but I would love to play basketball. So just because I want to play basketball, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna play basketball. Does what I'm saying making sense? All of the reporting you're gonna read on this, and I got another athletic article I want to get into in a second, but it's basically saying that he wants to play. It's his goal to play. Everybody has goals, but what will actually happen does not necessarily have to be the same thing. May 28th, he suffered a broken right pinky earlier this week. Okay. Now we all know that took place during the game. Also, was it Mike Brown? Somebody, if it wasn't Mike Brown, somebody reported that this injury did not take place during practice. There was no re-injury. There was none of those things. None of that happened. Right? So we could throw that in the mud. Also, here's another thing, too. This is the part that no one else is talking about. All of the hopeful people. We're not really highlighting this. So when James L. Edwards and Fred Katz of The Athletic, who reported that there's no timeline, and they all spoke about there's no timeline for the Knicks center to return. See, that part right there, this is the reality check right here. Let me make sure y'all can see it. I'm not in research mode. My bad. You see that part right there? No timetable for the Knicks center to return. See what I'm saying? So what we're dealing with right now is a scenario where, Mitch, he's going to try to use his superpowers, I guess, for him to, to start hooping. I guess. I don't know. Maybe that is the plan, but I don't know. There's more I want to get into. All right. Let me see what my man AP's talking about. Yeah, there's more facets. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Hold on. Broken hand Quran suit up, immortality. I wish, man. I wouldn't wish this on nobody, bro. Like, when you have just one hand, bro. Hold on, let me come out of research mode. When you just got one hand, bro. Luckily, my right hand is my good hand. I could do everything I want. This is my dominant hand. But for the most part, I can't go beyond this. So I can't grab nothing with this hand. I was told not to grab nothing with this hand. All of this stuff that I would like to do is very limited, And not my saying Mitch's injury is the same. I got a spiral fracture in my third metacarpal, right, which is my middle finger area. So, my injury is a little bit different, right? His is the finger. So all of this is good. So he could bend all of this and move this. It's just this is done. Now more than likely they could, tape these two fingers together, maybe. But we're gonna talk more. We're gonna talk more about this. But I'm gonna say it right now from somebody who's actually going through a broken hand, bro. I don't know. It's looking spooky. Plus, I saw some other things too about this that makes me wonder, will Mitch really be able to give it a go? I'm shooting my man, Mr. Knicks 101. He said, ready for Hawk minutes. I don't know. But look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the phone lines. All right. So you could call up 646-995-8389 and voice your opinion. All right. I do got a couple of more topics I want to get into. The draft picks, Dolan. We talked about Dolan. We talked about Mitch's surgery. All right. So if you want to call up to talk about it, you can. All right. We also talked about the battle against the World Cup. The Knicks outselling them. If you want to talk about that as well. All right. Also, I'm going to share this too before I get to the calls. I'll go back in research mode. So I'm going to hit the link tree up. When you get to my link tree, at the top of my link tree, you see the merch right here. All you got to do is click on the merch shop. And look, man, we got all types of stuff. We got mugs. We got T-shirts. This is the This Week Inside the NYK mug. All right, for all my This Week Inside the NYK people. That's my Monday podcast I do. Then the show we on right now, we got the blue and orange mug. You go pick that up as well. We got the Bodega Cat. All right, go pick that up as well. The Bodega Cat we have in the T-shirt and hoodie form as well. You got the black glossy mug. All right, you got the white Captain 11. All right, and we got the T-shirts. Hit up the merch shop now. Go check out the merch, and it's all fire. All right. So now I'm gonna open up these phone lines. Let's see who called. If I miss your call, I will call you back. Oh, and in the event that you can't call up, all right, you could always send in a donation, and I would treat you a message in place of a call. Because I know a lot of you guys are at work, you're just listening. If you could just, while you're listening at work, if you could smash that like button, I would appreciate that. But if you can't call up, you could always send in a donation, and I would treat your message in place of a phone call. Let me get my man D from LA in the building. You already know this is going to be a very deep call because he's a really intricate kind of a thinker. So we're going to see exactly where he wants to go right now on this first call. Call up 646-995-8389. What's going on? D, LA in the building.
Gucci, man. Hey, yo, let's go. I know you listening to this because I used to watch. Yeah, I used to watch some other Knicks fan shows, and he used to be in the chat. So I know you're watching this one especially. That hand or your legacy, buddy? Yeah, I'm saying
we going there. Wow,
we going there. One thing is that the Knicks never really release factual information to the public about health. I mean, we just had OG a couple rounds ago. I don't know if it's last round or the round before. These playoffs didn't really give us that much information about what was going on with OG, but he popped up, so I'm sure they're kind of taking that same exact approach with Mitch. We do need Mitch, though. Mitch with one hand on the court is better than no Mitch, especially if we're obviously going against either one of these teams. We need Mitch, man. We need Mitch on that court, Brad. Because I've heard some of the other options. Jamison, possibly. I think he's eligible to play. Sohan. All these are good options, but we need Mitch out there. And I'm pretty sure he'll play. You know what I mean? His pinky finger. Kobe Bryant basically played with no hands. So, you know what I'm saying? It's time.
But he
Speaking
had
of Kobe
surgery,
Bryant,
though. He had surgery.
He had surgery.
That's the part.
Surgery is subjective, though. What kind of surgery was it? Like, is it surgery that is, you know what I mean? What are we talking? Because surgery could be removing pus from a pimple. Who knows? I'm just being hopeful.
They said he broke his hand and he had surgery, and that's a recovery part, bro. I'm going through it right now for my metacarpal. So.
Nah, Mitch, I'm sorry, bro. We need you, dog. Especially, and this is what we all know, Mitch has been a Knick longer than anybody else on this team, so he needs this championship more than anybody. He's been here through literally the ringer, from good to bad to terrible. He's the last one standing. You know what I mean? So he needs to participate somehow. I just hope. All this is just being hopeful. I hope he's out there. Me too. Now.
I'm hoping too.
Yeah, we need that. We need that energy. We need that threat. We need that frustrator. I mean, this is, in my opinion, his best season ever as a Knick, where he just had his job and he did his job. So we definitely need him out there. But speaking of which, though, you had already called this weeks ago. I reserved my, opinion about if we're winning the championship or not. I've seen these two teams. This must include Mitch, though, so that's what I'm hopeful about. Mm-hmm. These teams cannot touch the Knicks, bro. Nah. They're not ready. Nah, they're not ready. OKC especially. Actually, you know what? Both of them especially. OKC is definitely not ready, and the Spurs are not ready. And I'm going to close out with this. We've seen Jalen Brunson since he's been here as the Steph Curry, Derek Jeter, Tim Duncan kind of stoic leader, and he's always going to remain that Yoda guy. But we are about to enter Mamba Brunson. And this includes, for not just the opponent standing in front of him, this includes his teammate. Yo, if I pass you the ball twice and you don't hit the shot, I'm not passing you the ball until you tell me you apologize for missing the shot. He is not losing these finals.
Wait, hold on. Did we just talk about Brunson not passing? Wait, what?
I'm sorry, because it comes down to if I'm going to pass you the rock and you don't hit that shot in these finals, nah, bro, I'm sorry. In order for you to get the ball back, you're going to have to apologize on the bench and promise me $1 million of your salary before you get this ball back, because he is not losing these finals. He's not losing 4 games this year. It's not happening. So everybody either hit the shot or get out the way. Gotcha. Because Jalen Brunson has a lot on. Becky Hammond is still standing by her word. Whatever. He's not losing these finals. And the narrative is slowly starting to change. Folks are looking at Shea like, no defense is able to stop Jalen Brunson from getting what he wants. Shea, what's up? Okay. Knicks in 4.
Wow.
It's a wrap. Yes, sir.
Big time,
Knicks in 4, I'm a holla.
I appreciate you. Hey, I love D's call. I want to say this. This is a real question. Because I got another article that I want to get into. It's so much information. We got to do a show tonight. Yeah, it's just too much. I can't get through all this information on the show. This is my question. Do we really even need Mitchell Robinson in the finals? Just think about how we've been playing. Yes, Mitch is a factor. I didn't mean to hit that. That was by accident. I did not mean to hit the baby. But do we even need Mitch if Mitch is going to be out? So let's add that to the docket. I got a lot of information, but I'm going to get some calls in. We're talking about Mitchell Robinson. If you didn't know, he had pinky surgery. We're going to go through some more of those details a little bit later. But call up if you want to talk. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. I do got a new caller. See who this person is. 646-995-8389. Call
your
up.
Call has been forwarded to voice.
All right. New caller, call me back, bro. I like new callers, man. Call me back, please. We need more new callers in the building. All right. That was a 646 number. Call back. Get my girl L Figgy in the building. Okay, if ladies are in the queue. What's good, L Figgy?
What's good, Karan? What's good, OKF Nation, man? How we feeling today, guys?
A little perplexed with Mitch, but what do you got to say?
Look, the Knicks are known for being a little behind the curtain when it comes to, injury reporting. Now, we have to report injuries if this is another thing, guys, that not everybody understands. If it prevents a player from practicing that day, then they have to report the injury. That's why Donovan Mitchell's injury, no one ever reported, because he never stopped practicing and he never stopped playing.
100%.
So if Mitchell Robinson needed surgery and had to sit out of practice, this is why they're reporting it. This is why the Knicks are actually talking about it. Or else they probably, if we could have kept this whole thing on the wraps, they would have. This is typical Knick reporting. When we were in the middle of the season and we were talking about, the trades and who we wanted to get, remember, we kept talking about here in the chat, we need another big guy. We need another big guy. Porty can't really, go out there. Mitch is on management. Remember, we had the whole management, and if it's even a thing. And then, what's his face? I'm sorry, Leon Rose goes and gets Jose Alvarado. We're like, why'd he go and do that? The very next day, we found out that Deuce had to go in for hernia surgery right after he went. Remember, we saw him go down the tunnel and he was making a phone call after one of the games. We're like, who's he talking to? The next day we find out he gets Jose Alvarado. And why? Because Deuce McBride had to have hernia surgery. Now, we all thought Deuce had an ab strain because that's what was being reported and that's what they were leaking. Nobody said anything about a hernia surgery. Now that we know that Deuce was going to be out for months recovering from hernia surgery, okay, now we see we needed a backup for Jalen. This is what the Knicks do. Everybody simmer down. We're good. Mitch is going to play that first game. I guarantee you this is just liposcopic surgery. They probably just went in with a needle and a little camera, did a little stitch, a little, a little soldering, who knows? I'm just saying. And they're gonna tape it up. And look, man, what is it? Is it gonna affect his free throws? Come on, man. We're good. We need Mitch for defense. We need him for rebounding. Jason Pierre-Paul is out there, playing football with half a hand.
Yeah.
For all the Giants fans in the chat, all right? We're good, fam. They say he's going to play the first game. Is he going to be typical?
They didn't say that. He wants to play the first game.
No, the report I saw say that he's playing the first game. Which one are you looking at?
No, the reports are he wants to play. He's trying to play. Right.
Okay,
I want to play too, Figgy, but I can't.
Well, look, he can't do anything the doctor doesn't clear him for. Again, I'll say this again. I'd rather have Mitch with a half a hand than not have Mitch at all. And I think we're going to be okay, fam. I think we're good. And by the way, guys, just another FYI, everybody's banged up. If we see OKC, Chet's banged up. Alex Caruso's probably out there playing with a concussion if anybody saw him hit his head against the hardwood the other night. Williams still looks rusty. Everybody's banged up. Nobody's 100%. And Wemby and these guys, man, they look like they're about to run out of gas. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So we're good, guys. We're good, fam.
Okay. All right. Big time.
All right. I appreciate you, Karan. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, look, we got to do another show tonight. We have to, because there is so much topic. I just thought about, I forgot 2 topics I wanted to talk about, but then this whole Mitch surgery thing threw me off, bro, because now we got to talk about Mitch surgery. And I really didn't want to talk about this, but we kind of have to talk about it. There's no way I could not do a blue orange brunch and not talk about Mitch. What's good, Tugbo?
What up, KP?
Not much, man. You see the news. Mitch had surgery, man. What's your thoughts?
Look, I was just typing in the chat. There's no need to call me, man. Figure hit it all points, man. All cylinders, man. That is what it is. That is what it is. I mean, the Mitch thing, we don't really have nothing else to talk about in Knicks news. Not saying you in general, but I'm talking about as far as the Knicks.
There are things to talk about. It's just now Mitch takes center stage now.
For sure. For sure. I mean, well, I'm talking like, yeah, exactly, like headline, like breaking news and all that. But like she even explained exactly why they're reporting this, because we all know it's all everything's behind closed doors. So I thought she broke it down perfectly. Um,
Okay.
there was something else though. There was something else. Oh, but yeah, as far as like if anybody even had doubts on whether he's going to play or not, then now you're doubting Casey Smith. And that's completely unnecessary because his resume speaks for itself. We had Cat with a broken hand, or well, broken finger. We had Josh Hart with a broken finger, and we've overcame both of those, you know,
But I got questions
immediately.
for you. I got a
So,
question for you. Did
okay,
Josh Hart, did Towns have surgery for their fingers in the middle of the season or playoffs?
no.
Okay.
Well, wait. The Cat one wasn't in playoffs, right? So we don't even know because that was when they could keep things under wraps like that, right?
But he didn't have the point I'm saying they didn't have the surgery. See, I think the surgery makes it way more complicated. Way more complicated.
I see what you're saying.
Because think about it. If you were good, right? I didn't have surgery for my hand, right? But I still can't play basketball. So it could go a different variety of ways. And I got some interesting information I'm going to share. I just want to get y'all
Okay.
calls in now. But I don't know,
Wait,
man. It's
you're not about to
complicated.
hit us with the typical the general well, technically when somebody gets a surgery, they're normally out for 1 to 18 weeks. You ain't about to hit us with
I
with
think a
that
little bit
strategy.
deeper, a little bit deeper than that. A little bit
All
deeper than
right.
that.
All
Yeah.
right, because I'm about to say,
But
yo,
you see
I
how
mean,
they're
like I
writing
said,
the but you see how they're writing the
oh,
reports is very strategic and deliberate. There is
yeah,
no
no, I see exactly
timetable
what you're
for
saying.
there's no
Oh, good,
timetable
I'm
for his
sorry.
return. There's no timetable for his return. That is the official
And
report.
yeah, and I see exactly what you're saying on they worded it in a way where it can be, legally interpreted as we didn't say he's
Bingo.
going to come back and play. He said he
He's
said he wanted
pushing
to
to
play. We
play.
can't
He's
Yeah, we
pushing
can't
to
deny
play.
what we can't deny his desires. If he wants to play, he wants to play. But
Right.
I just think this Mitchell Robinson thing, man. I think there's a lot more to this. There's a
It's a
lot going on with
lot.
this Mitchell
Bro,
news.
there's a
I
lot.
put I,
Cause look, here's the next question, right? Let's really jump off the deep end. Let's go. Let's just jump
okay.
off the deep end.
All right, let's do it. I'm all for that. Pause. Let's do it.
Do we even need Mitchell Robinson to play?
Yeah, all right. Well, nah, all right. I
Think
wasn't going
about it.
there with you. I thought we was doing
No,
something
but
else, man.
listen. Think about it. His minutes are down. His minutes are
Right.
down. We talking about
Mm-hmm.
bags and money, right? Bags and money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If I could still win the championship and don't play him, what do you think
See, I
I'm gonna go
thought you
with?
was going. That's why. Okay. Do we need Mitch? Yes, we need Mitch. I'm not playing that
To
game. But
win.
I
So
thought you was
if
going
Mitch
to under.
doesn't play, we can't win the championship.
Do you know how many fouls are going to be called on Huck Porty's recklessness if we don't have Mitchell Robinson?
We only talk about
Are
13
you aware of
minutes.
that? Do you
Mitch
know
is
how many
playing
fouls are going to be
13 minutes.
called on Cat and Huck Porty if we don't play Mitchell Robinson,
Mitch is playing
regardless of
13,
who we play, whether it's
playing
OKC,
13 minutes, bro. 13 minutes.
right?
Trust me. 13
And
minutes.
who's our bell? Who's our bailer? If because Mitch is playing 13 minutes because Cat is we got a good whistle with Cat. We don't know if we're gonna get, especially if we play the Thunder. We don't know if we're gonna get that same liberty of having a great whistle with Cat.
I think
If
we'll be
Cat
all
gets in
right.
foul trouble, what do we do? All right, my
Look,
bad. If Cat gets in foul trouble, which he's known to do and prone to
right.
do, what would be your emergency plan?
All right. So look, as long as we keep Cat away from SGA, keep him away from SGA. We don't need
No,
him
that's not that's not
biting on them head
that's not how it
fakes.
works. Check is just as many calls as SGA,
Nah, Chad, those
especially.
guys are
All right, not as
they
many calls as SGA, but with somebody who's prone to foul like Cat, Chet is gonna go to that line just as much as SGA.
Chet don't go down like hill like that unless he's rolling off the screen or even coming off the screen, which he rarely does. He doesn't even do that a lot. Chet ain't really downhill like that. Not in
Is
half
Cat
court.
making defensive smart fouls or is Cat making dumb fouls? Because that's what
Cat
I'm
makes
concerned about.
it's the offensive fouls.
Okay, even
It's
so,
the
Cat
offensive
going downhill with skinny old Abraham Lincoln down there, and he just
yeah.
falls to the ground, which he's prone to do. Cat's in foul. That's all I'm saying. Like the whole we don't need Mitch thing, I'm not with that at all. I'm not doing that at all because Huck Porty is worse than Cat. Easily.
Okay.
He gets 4 fouls in like 3 minutes.
Okay.
So now we
All right.
lose all our bigs. Now we're gonna tire our OG and his hamstring. that's a
Hey, OG
recipe for a
hamstring good.
failure.
He rested. OG, he ain't on the injury report. He good.
No, he's not an injury report, but I'm talking about straining him. Now he's got to play more minutes and more defense than he should because we got guys in foul trouble and we got Mitch and we don't need Mitch. Like,
Hey man, it's
nah.
time to hit the emergency glass and put my brother out there. You know, my UK, his UK brother. We gotta get the UK boys out there. Give
Yeah,
me some Jeremy
man.
Sohan out there. God damn it.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Give me some
Jeremy Sohan's gonna
Sohan
take us to
out
the trip.
there.
Yeah, okay.
Give me some Sohan to throw elbows, get rebounds, bring the nasty. Whatever the hell that means.
I mean, yeah, and then he'll go Carter Bryant for us. I mean, we'll see what happens. I think Mitch is gonna play. Long story short, I think Mitch is gonna
Okay.
play. I trust our medical team. We have the best medical team, not just in the NBA, but in sports in general. And
Okay.
yeah, I feel really, really good about it. But I'm curious to hear what else you're gonna add to this
So so
because it's a
I'm not sure
it's a
if you
great
can hear this.
conversation.
So you wishing on a star. Hold on.
You know what? That baby sound. I know you didn't mean to play it, but that was perfect timing because you was talking like you talking like a baby right there. Because saying we don't need Mitch is great. That's baby talk, bro. That's
I
something
didn't say
my
that. I didn't
4-year-old would
say.
say.
I'm just asking the question. That's it. All I'm doing was asking the question.
That's
Don't get
that's
mad at
that's a
me.
question my 4-year-old would ask. Do we even
All
need
right.
Mitch? That's a
All right.
crazy question. But what you got? What's this mystery?
What?
You played another sound.
No. It was supposed to be like wishing on a star, like you wishing on a star. That's
All right, brother. I'm gonna let you do your
all right.
show, man.
All right. We get to
All
tie.
right,
We
man. I
get to
appreciate you
tie.
giving me a call, man.
No doubt.
Hey, hey,
Mm-hmm.
wait. Can I say this real quick? Shout out to Ty because
What's up?
you're Morpheus with the stats, but he's Morpheus with the eye test because he's called out a lot of stuff. Like I fell asleep in the show last night because I had to go down real quick. But he called out Cat's passing. He called out both sweeps. He called out Brunson is the reason that Cat's on the bench. He called out that Mitch is gonna be back. We don't know if that's true yet, but he was like, "Don't worry about it." And then the next day we were hearing, "Don't worry about it." Ty's called out a lot of stuff. And that's just
Ah.
with the eye test. So you call out stuff with the stats. He calls out stuff with the eye test. I'm not saying who is better and whatever. I'm just saying shout out to Ty because he has called out a lot of stuff
Don't get
and
him hype. He about to
it
call up
ended
now.
up
He
being.
gonna get hyped. I don't want to get him hyped.
I just want to give my brother his props. That's all. I
Nah,
just
he ain't getting
appreciate.
no props from
I
me.
just
Nah, I'm joking.
everybody
Nah,
appreciates it, man.
salute.
And I appreciate you as
We get the
well,
tie.
brother, and the great show.
Thank you, Tugboat. Big time.
All right, brother.
All right. We get my man Ty in the building. I already know he might be triggered like 5 times today. I'm curious to see what Ty got to say. If you listening, call up Juan, the OKF doctor. We need the OKF doctor, man. I forgot to even hit Juan up. I was so busy today. I didn't get a chance to hit him up. What's good, Ty?
Yo, what's up, fam?
Where
What's
we
up?
going, man? Let me guess.
I'm
Mitchell
super.
Robinson gonna be back and he gonna be all right, and that's where we going, right? Let's go.
No. This was for you and D, man.
Okay.
I don't gotta like. So this is for D. I don't gotta like your take, man. He talking about cyber thug. 'Cause I said he's spooky as hell. Listen, man, I'm not gonna do all the arguing in the chat. If it ever gets
Oh,
beyond
you're
the
in the
chat,
chat?
no, but we in the same state and city. So if you ever want to meet up and talk our differences, do that, D. But don't send me all
What's
that other
going on?
stuff, man. Because everybody know. I get on everybody, and everybody get on me. This is the family we got. So
Mm-hmm.
if you get on here and I don't like your take, I don't like your take. I don't call Quran spooky. I don't call everybody spooky. They don't call me spooky, fam. So stop
Yeah.
all of that. I'm not that guy to do that with, man. Like seriously, I love everybody. That's my job. I'm a protector. I've always been that way, and I
Mm-hmm.
protect my Knicks. And salute to Tugboat, man, because at the end of the day, Tugboat, it's not about me being right, but at least he acknowledged that because it was like I am looking from a lens. And KP, you triggered the hell out of me talking about do we need Mitch and all the
I'm just asking a
surgery.
question.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, KP. I got you right now. First of all, you know we need Mitch. You know we need Mitch. Now, is it a chance that we can still win without Mitch? Absolutely. Absolutely. But the irony is we need our team currently constructed to go on this championship run to continue.
Okay.
Period. And so Mitchell's surgery, that was the greatest news I heard because I knew they did the surgery this early so that way he can play on Wednesday.
You sure
It's a
about that?
pinky. Fam, it was a hairline fracture. The reason why I know it wasn't a compound fracture, because if it was a compound fracture, his pinky would have been leaning over halfway off. That means a full break. So if he was still playing, that means it was a splint and a hairline fracture where they didn't even have to go inside his skin. They did a laser to repair his broken finger. So that's one. Two, they banded it up. They're gonna put his pinky together and the next finger right next to it together, because they can't have it by itself, because it'll get damaged worse. All right. So that's why Mitchell play.
So why is they saying there's no timetable on his return?
That's for the Spurs or OKC. You never let the right hand know what the left hand doing. Pause. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit up there and give your whole full play. You don't do that. You remember they were saying about Jay Williams, right? Oh, we don't know. He might be out for the rest of the series. Jay Williams played. He played in the next game. We thinking he ain't gonna play into the finals.
Yeah, but how did he look? He didn't look good. He looked terrible.
No, he went from tightness to a strain to what was it? It was light, and then it went to a full hamstring strain. Remember? And I'm like, okay, if they give him if it's a grade 1, if they upped it, then damn, he out. Excuse my French, he out. But at the end of the day, we gotta see. We're so used to being denied. We're so used to getting so close, and we like, okay, accident waiting to happen. It's not happening this time, y'all. We can't. Look how it looked. The Knicks. You know what they're gonna say if Karan? You know what they would say if we went into the finals fully healthy? That would be the story. Like, oh, they were the only team that was healthy. That's why they won. Okay, now we got one of our important pieces with a broken pinky. Now what? And we still gonna beat y'all by 30. Stop playing, man. This is destiny.
Is that without Mitch, or is that like with Mitch?
No, that's with Mitch, Karan. Get it out of your. Karan, I'm not playing with you. To my Sohan, and if I see Sohan getting that uniform, playing important minutes, I'm gonna be very mad. You know what I'm saying? No.
Okay.
He only. I'm gonna go, but he only supposed to get in that game when we already blowing a team out. Then we get Sohan in there. You know what I'm saying? We not Mitchell is not like D said. Okay, like I said yesterday. Listen. His legacy depends on it. I told you that yesterday, didn't I? I said it's his legacy. It's up. If he really want to get that bag, he got to play through this so teams can know. But
you don't think that got something to do with it? You don't think that got something? You don't think that got something to do with it?
I don't think that. No, I remember him falling on the floor and him getting up, shaking his finger, and he looking at it. I remember him doing that. I did when he dove for that ball and everybody fell on him. I remember that.
But Ty, think about it. If you're the Knicks, right? You know Mitch's value.
It works in their favor. Yes, you're right.
You control the medical staff. If you feel you can get this chip, you can get this
I'm glad
chip.
You brought that up. I'm glad you brought
Mitch
that up.
sitting, okay? You get a discount, goddammit.
No. Stop.
I'm just saying.
I'm not letting you get away with this. This is
saying.
Flagrant. This is flagrant. Hold on, KP, before I let you go.
What's up?
When you go, so like when the NFL, when they go into the Super Bowl, all storylines have to be brought for the media to the storefront. It's the same thing with the finals. So any injuries that were hidden, anything that was going on has to come to the forefront because the Knicks finally made it to the finals. Okay. So because say for instance, the Knicks get to the finals and we didn't tell the truth, and then it comes out, God forbid we lose, and when it comes out, oh, well, Mitch was playing with a broken finger, and we didn't know that, it would be an uproar. So they have to actually, I think it's by legal NBA code that they have to tell everything that's going on with all players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because that's going to be part of the media,
especially if they get surgery. Like maybe if he didn't get the surgery and he just rocked out, he didn't have to say nothing.
No, we needed. See, look, we needed him to get the surgery, Karan, because if he, this how you know he's gonna play. If it was really that bad of a broken hand, he wouldn't have stayed in that game. You understand? The next day, it probably swelled up. He probably, because at that point, the festivities is over and stuff like that. They getting ready to go to practice. His hand probably swelled up. They're like, okay, Mitch, let's take a X-ray on it. Okay, we see a hairline fraction there. What you want to do with it? We can clean it up, tighten it up, bandage it up, and and see how you feel. We put a brace on it just for you can play. Mitch knows he's gonna play. It's a pinky. Now, if his pinky was broke, if the bone was a compound fracture bone, then yeah, bro.
But how do we know that?
it
It
would be
could be.
no, it's not, because he wouldn't have been able to play in that game still.
Oh, you saying it
See what
would
I'm
happen
saying?
right then and there? I got you.
Yeah, if it would have broke, like if you break
Yeah.
your bone in half, you're not playing in no game, dude. You holding your wrist and you getting off that floor. Mitchell played. He was just shaking his fingers. He played. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, before I go, I broke my pinky. No, I'm not. It's gonna sound like I'm capping, but when I came down off a dunk and I came down with my pinky and my finger between the dude's shoulder and it snapped. But to this day, it's crooked. I didn't even know it was broke, I didn't feel it. I just saw it was displaced. And to this day, they told me they had to re-break it for me to get it back normal. And I said, no. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let you re-break it. Yeah. So it can happen where it's not affecting you like that, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I got some interesting information. I got some interesting information I'm gonna share. It may trigger some of y'all, may not.
You do this entertainment purposes.
No.
I've learned to protect my peace.
I'm being objective. That's it.
I know. And you're really good at it. And you cause a lot of discord. No, it's not. No, thank you.
Salute time.
Later, bro. Salute to the chat, y'all. Salute. New York Knicks. Stand up.
All right. So yeah, I wanted to wait a little while. I'm glad that it's filling up a little bit more. Smash that like button. I'm going to talk about some of the complications with Mitchell Robinson's injury before I get back to the calls. Angie, sit tight. I'm coming to you right after this, right? Now, here is the problem that nobody wants to acknowledge. So I guess it has to be the objective fan to acknowledge it. Because I don't trust what nobody says. I really don't. I'm a skeptic. And I got to do my own digging, okay? Because every report is talking about Mitchell Robinson. He wants to play. And salute to Mitch. Another thing too, Mitch, I'm glad you got rid of your social media because they would have been coming at you from all different fronts. And so I just want to say this. I'm going to say, just based off of what I'm seeing, I'm not no medical doctor or nothing like that. I'm going to say there's a 50% chance that Mitch plays. A 50% chance that Mitch plays. Based on the reporting, people seem to be confident that, he could give it a go, right? But I do want to temper your expectations. I'm trying to find an article I had. That's why I'm looking down like this. Give me 2 seconds. Right? But there's a chance that you give it a go and you're not able to go. Now, I want to share some information, right? That I managed to pull up. And it's a lot of information, but I'm gonna start here. This is the first thing that made me look into this. Can y'all see this tweet right here? I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. All right. So this guy, Jeff, let me just let you guys know if you don't know who this guy is. Jeff Stotts, he's the owner of InStreetClothes.com and injury analyst for Smart RotoWire. He's a certified athletic trainer. Okay. So this is who this guy is. He's not just a guy on Twitter that's just talking. All right. So this is something that he had to say that really caught my attention, and I wanted to share with you guys. All right. Latest Mitchell Robinson injury update. The timing of the injury and surgery is key here. Since 2005, the quickest return from a pinky fracture that needed surgery, keywords, that needed surgery in the NBA is 14 days. Sounds like Mitch is going to try to beat those numbers. Now, y'all know how I feel about history. I am not somebody that likes to be the first to do something in history. Oh, you're the first to do this. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be there. Right? So I also read this from Ortho Info. All right. So this comes from Ortho Info. All right. All right. Normal recovery after a finger fracture surgery is not usually back in an NBA Finals game in under a week. Okay. By the way, this study I'm looking at talks about athletes' recoveries. So this is not a anybody recovery news. This is athletes. So I'm going to explain what the usual recovery time is. All right. AAOS says surgical finger fractures often require hardware such as pins, screws, plates, or wires, and therapy is often needed afterwards to prevent stiffness. A return to sport review found athletes with how do I say this? I'm just going to say finger fractures. I'm going to pronounce the other word. Finger fractures returned around 30.6 days on average. All right. However, studies are limited, but it still takes way longer than from today, the 29th, and now I'm going to be back next Wednesday. That is not the norm for recovery. Now, if my man OKF Dr. Juan, if you're listening, I'm curious to see your call. All right. Other hand therapy guidance puts the broader process closer to 12 to 14 weeks. Okay. Now, if you want me to put the study on the screen I got, good luck. If you want to read this, I'm not really trying to go through all of that. I'm just letting you know that this brother right here, Jeff Stotts, he made me look closer into it because I want to see what the hell he is talking about. So now we're asking Mitchell Robinson to do something that has not been done. I do not like the likes of that. It doesn't sound good to me. It doesn't sound good to me. And all of the reports, it's Mitch who wants to play. Of course, the Knicks are not going to say anything. Maybe what Ty is talking about is the case. But this is usually what happens when you get surgery on a fractured pinky. Right? So, yeah. Another thing I want to add, and I'm going to get right back to the phone lines. All right? And there's another thing I want to add. Something that we need to really be concerned about, because now you're dealing with a pinky that has surgery and now pain tolerance and measurement. But what happens in this case? Mitchell Robinson injury raises serious concerns about hack-a-Mitch. Mitchell Robinson is somebody who he's a physical guy imposing on the floor, and he's battling for rebounds with his hands. He's a two-hand rebounder, right? Like everybody's a two-hand rebounder for the most part. But if you watch Mitch, unless he's dunking the ball back, he's grabbing the rebounds with two hands. When you're a target on the floor, it makes matters even worse. Swipe downs on the hands. There's a great chance you could injure the hand even further. If his hand is not ready to go, I don't think Mitch should play. Because they're going to be gunning for him. This is the NBA Finals. There's a good chance you're going to be playing against a dirty team like the Oklahoma City Thunder. We know that they are ruthless. And I don't think Mitchell Robinson should play around with that. Now, here's the facts, right? And I'm going to get back to this article. But here is the facts that I think that us as fans, and I'm going to go into the NBA stats really quickly, right? And this is what I was trying to ask. I wasn't trying to be funny, right, about Mitch. I know it sounds funny, it sounds cute, but I was being dead ass serious. Do we need Mitch if Mitch is not ready to go? Because you already got the hack-a-Mitch concerns, which I'm going to get right back into, right? Ooh, I got Juan the Doctor. Hold on, Juan. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, Juan. Let me just finish cooking this point. We got the OKF Doctor in the building. All right. I'm curious to see what he got to say. All right. Because he actually, consulted me a little bit through my process. Anyway, so let me show y'all why I'm saying what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me go to players really quickly. Bam. Now, look at Mitchell Robinson's minutes, man. Mitchell Robinson is playing 14 minutes a game in the playoffs. Can y'all see that? Mitchell Robinson's playing 14 minutes a game in the playoffs. You trying to tell me that we can't get by for 14 minutes without Mitch? I'm not saying Mitch is not having an impact. Don't confuse what I'm saying, Mitchettes. Don't be upset and emotional. This is a real situation. Mitch may not be there. All right? He may be there, but he may not be there. And all I'm trying to say is we got to get by for 14 minutes. But really quickly, I just want to pull up his minutes against the 76ers. I mean, not to say against the Cavaliers, because I didn't do a series check on that yet. I'm curious to see what he averaged against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The last series that we were in against a team like Cleveland, who's built similar to all the teams that's left. Okay? So look, during this series, Mitch minutes is down. In the last series where we total domination, Mitch is playing 13.4 minutes a game. All right? You don't think we can get by on 13.4 minutes a game? And to bring it back to the hack-a-Mitch really quickly, right? Look at how this is written. See, this is what y'all read and y'all getting all hype. Mitchell Robinson has undergo surgery on his broken right pinky finger and fully plans to play. He fully plans to play. The Knicks ain't say he plans to play. He wants to play. It doesn't. I want to play, goddammit. Do you see my hand? I want to go out there right now. When I go to the park or walk by a park, I see people shooting. I'm like, damn, I want to shoot too. Am I going to go out there and play? No. We love Mitch. I hope he plays. I'm just sharing information. Because I'm not just going to listen to what y'all tell me. I'm going to go do my own research. I'm going to go look at what other people saying. I'm going to go talk to Juan, the OKF doctor, which I didn't do yet. We got to have some real conversations, man. Mitchell Robinson aimed to play game one, but will hack-a-Mitch limit him? Whether fair or not, intentional fouling bad shooters and forcing them to make free throws. Hello? How are we going to deal with Mitch making free throws? Now, if Mitch can't shoot nothing at all because his hand is broke, then how do you play him? If he can't shoot at all, and now we know for sure they're going to hack-a-Mitch because OKC hack him. Everybody's going to hack-a-Mitch. What value will he have in long stretches in the playoffs? How are we going to deal with this? I'm just saying. Robinson's hitting 30% of his free throws. Now his pinky's broke. He's not going to make no free throws. So these are things that we got to take into consideration. They talk about the free throw. I'm talking about chopping the hand down. Smacking Master Miyagi smacks. I shouldn't even did that. I smacked my own damn hand just now. It don't hurt though. I just smashed the top. But I'm just saying. So what do you guys think about that? All right. And look, before I get to Juan and I got Angie, hold on, give me 2 seconds. I want to also share this. All right. And this will be the last thing I'm going to share on this Mitchell Robinson topic. All right. Bam. Devastating Mitchell Robinson injury forces the Knicks to rely on seldom-used lineup. Okay. What lineup is this? The Knicks have no choice but to explore more OG Anunoby at the 5 combinations. OG might have to play the 5. What do they mean? Let's talk about it. OG at the 5 as the only viable option when Towns is catching a breather. For anyone pointing out that Jeremy Sohan could play center, let's call that Plan Q. Because clearly they don't agree. They don't think, they like, y'all, I think Sohan should get some run. You feel what I'm saying? I think he should get some run. Anunoby is hardly incapable of assuming that role. He's taking reps opposite Wemby and Holmgren, right? Specifically in the pass. Remember, Wemby and Chet spend a lot of time at the 5. So what I'm saying, and what I was asking, I'm not saying that I don't necessarily want. Okay, I got you. I'm not saying that I want personally to see Mitch out or anything like that, or I'm saying that I'm hopeful that he doesn't play. I'm just saying that this is what we're dealing with, and the bottom line is San Antonio and OKC, they play small. They don't play big. They are small teams. So if Chet is at the 5, OG could be at the 5. I don't see the issue with that. We play small anyway. They all small. Keldon Johnson is their backup power forward. He's 6'6". These are small teams. So look, but deployment of him in the middle is a closer to a theory. Of course, it's not necessarily a proven concept. I do agree with that. Across both regular season and playoffs, OG has logged 85 minutes without a big man beside him on the front court. Though the Knicks have lost those minutes by 14 points, they are far from a disaster. Opponents, in fact, are averaging, because the no center lineup plus minus wise was not good. I'm not going front. Opponents, in fact, are averaging just 111.6 points per 100 possessions during these stints. That's equivalent to New York posting a top 5 defense. So the defense is good. The offense was limited. Just saying. Maybe we could get by with OG at the 5. There's more numbers here I don't want to get to. I just want to present that to you guys. Defensively, it was working well, the no center lineup. And I think that's why they were going to it. All right? So call up 646-995-8389. Hold on. My man Gino in Brooklyn wants me to read his message. He sent me a Cash App. So to my man Gino from Brooklyn. And then I got to get the OKF doctor in here ASAP for sure, 100,000%. Because he's the expert on this whole matter. Let me see. Okay, Gino says, I broke my pinky in college. I was out 4 to 6 weeks without surgery. The pinky hurt like hell. I couldn't catch a basketball, and the finger felt heavy as hell and couldn't even bend it. Okay, you could call me to explain it with more experience. Gino, give me a second. I'm going to call you, Gino. I got to get the OKF doctor up in here first. I definitely got to get the OKF doctor, and I'm going to have But did you hear what he just said? He didn't even get the surgery, and he was out 4 months playing basketball. He's a basketball player. Let me get the OKF doctor up in here. All right? Yeah, we talking today. Smash that like button if you hadn't already. We getting to the bottom of this Mitchell Robinson stuff today. God damn it. All right? You see what Juan has to say. Hopefully he's still available. If not, call me right back, Juan, when you get the chance. I know he's probably busy out there working in the field right now, but he'll call me back if he don't answer. Are you there, Juan? Hey, okay. Hey, man. I'm glad to get you, man. I thought that I couldn't get you. I know you're a busy man doing your thing.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Talk to me, Juan. You are the OKF doctor, man. You know more about this than any of us. Not that you know about Mitch's diagnosis, but I'm just saying, based on the information we have, what is your thoughts on this matter?
My thoughts are really easy. I mean, it's extremely vague what they told you or what they said. They said it's a surgery. What kind of surgery? What kind of fracture was it? Where was a fracture? Because that depends a lot on what kind of surgery was it and how much the time of recovery will be. That article you mentioned about, that study you mentioned about, yeah, sure, it's for pinky, but that's for phalanges, which is basically the finger bones.
Okay.
Right? So those don't have a lot of structure that supports them other than ligaments and tendons. When you have the other one, there are metacarpals, which is the bones below the fingers. They still count as part of the finger. Like for example, when you're a fracture, that was the third metacarpal, right? Around the middle index, the middle finger. So for you, that was a different thing for a situation.
Right.
That one is structurally more important than the pinky.
Of course. Right. Yeah, I said that. Yeah,
So-
I'm not saying my injury is like Mitch. Yeah, no.
No. Just to give an idea on or
Right.
a thought about that, right?
So
To me, to tell you, oh no, it's not. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be whatever. I would need to know exactly what kind of injury would that be, or what kind of fracture was that? How big was it? Was it a hairline fracture? A hairline fracture is going to be there, and you're going to have a tape, and the spleen is going to be all right. It's not the first time that a player plays with a finger that is broken.
Right. Of course.
So, yeah, and another thing, and a point that is important to mention is that I don't remember who reported that he did have full range of motion.
Oh,
that is a big component of this recovery time, because if he didn't have full range of motion, and I know you mentioned about the pins and the wiring and everything necessary that depends on the fracture. So that means that there's no range of motion. Why? Because you can't move it. Fixed.
Got it. So your general stance is there's not enough information for us to even know whether he'll be there or not. Either way.
Yeah. To be honest, yes. And for me, the way that they it, or they put it on over there, he has surgery, he has range of motion, he's hoping to play with a brace. Okay, so if he had a fracture and also some of the skin broke off, right?
Right.
And they had to repair that, that's the surgery. See what I mean?
Got you. So just because he had surgery, don't make it teamwork. Because like it's the same thing with my hand, right? Like the doctor said, I could get the surgery. It'll probably be like an extra week or two, but it's the same process for healing. So just because you get the surgery, it doesn't change the magnitude of the injury, right? So how
that's
light
right.
it is, or how So right, okay.
So there's too many components, especially in the hand, that actually are for both surgery or regular treatment.
Right.
Using a brace, that does help, honestly, because a lot of times, like I said, that is not structurally useful or needed. Athletes, they do play a lot, and like I was telling you, one of the things that it's important to me in this particular case, he has a lot of mental issues, problems already. Right. If he doesn't play, it's going to be even worse for him.
Wow. So look, really quickly, Jeff Stotts, right? This guy, he works in. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you exactly what he does.
I saw that. Yes.
Yeah. So he's an injury analysis for Smart, for a company, right? And RotoWire. So this is what he said. He said, the latest Mitchell Robinson injury update. The timing of the injury and surgery is key here. Since 2005, the quickest return from a pinky fracture that needed surgery in the NBA is 14 days. That's what he said. We hadn't seen nobody come back next week like what Mitch is basically trying to do. So what do you think about that statement?
Like going back to which part of the pinky?
Right. He didn't specify that. He didn't specify.
And
he just said pinky. He just said surgery, period. Everybody who was in the NBA since 2005 who had surgery, they didn't come back. So I don't know if everybody had the same fractures. I don't know. I'm just telling you what this brother.
Yeah, no, it varies. No, I hear you, and that's a valid point. But again, it's very difficult to. I don't know if he has all the information necessary to know exactly what fracture was it. Was it a compound fracture? Was it a hairline fracture? Was it a displaced fracture? Did they have to do a reduction, meaning that they had to put it back together, or if the bone was already like broken down in different pieces, did they have to put it?
Right.
Pins,
now, I want to ask this too. Yeah, no, everything you're saying is on the money. That's why I'm glad you called, because I knew you would be able to make sense of all of this little information that we had here. But here's my question, right? If it was a small pinky injury, why didn't they put the information out to say that it's small? Because what we have now, it's vague. Now, it could be competition tactics. You don't want the Spurs or the Thunder to think this, that. You want to throw them off. Maybe. But usually if it's light, like with OG, remember, we got the report that, yeah, he more than likely will be back. Like, it was a lot of information saying that it was grade 1. And we talked about that. but in Mitch's case, it's so vague. And the one thing they keep saying consistently that's throwing me off is there is no timetable for his return. Now that part makes me feel like this. But go ahead, you get respond. Go ahead.
No, the no timetable for the return was before they announced that he has surgery.
Okay.
If I'm correct. So for that, it's understandable. Because you don't know if you're going to be doing regular or just like that, let it heal up, or if you're going to do surgery. That determines the time of recovery.
Okay. I'm gonna look more into that because I got the Shams tweet here, but then there's not just Shams who's reporting on this. But okay, all right, that's fair. So we leave it right there.
Yeah. To see what I mean, is important to know what kind of surgery was it, what kind of fracture was it, how it could be a 2 millimeters to a fracture, right?
Right.
It could be that it involved skin. And that is
it could be super light, it could be super strenuous, it could be in between. We will never know.
Without information, you don't know. And usually it's about 15 days, 10 days, but that's for do much. Athletes, they do have a timetable of 14 days or so, the 10 to 14 days, but do have a big medical services there. They do have a lot of things, and they do a lot of things to get them to play.
Got you.
Faster.
Got you. Right.
I wouldn't get too caught up until we get more information on that. And we're concerned about the hack-a-Mitch. Of course they.
Right. I was just about to ask that. I said, I want to ask that too before you go. Yeah.
Sure.
What about the hack-a-Mitch and the contact and the shooting the free throws? Like, how would that be impacted?
Well, how much more worse is going to be shooting free throws? I mean,
then can you keep him on the floor then?
Well, you still have him. Weren't you keeping him on the floor even with the hack-a-Mitch? He was scoring like 32% or 17% of the line.
No,
so you're still gonna.
The leash has been shorter because in Cleveland they pulled him. He didn't really. I could pull it up. I could pull up the exact numbers, but I know in Cleveland his rope was a lot shorter than in Philly and Atlanta for sure.
So in that matter, I will be. What I would recommend and do is the kind of splint he's going to be using or brace, and to keep it steady so it doesn't move. Right. He's gonna be hurting like crazy because they're gonna go after him.
Boy. Yeah, they're going. That's what I'm saying. And then with the hack-a-Mitch, it's the hacking and whacking part too, because now you're a target and your hand becomes a target.
I mean, he already started with issues in his hand. I mean, they said it wasn't during the game, but I don't know. That looks very like it was during the game. When he was trying to get up and they were trying to grab him, and he just pulled his hand off and they were grabbing his palm. So it wasn't the finger he was grabbing.
So look, I just want to share this with y'all really quickly, right? Live in real time. And then if you got any other last words, you can get it out. But this is the Philadelphia 76ers series. Mitchell Robinson was shooting 5.3 free throws a game. Against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Mitchell Robinson, he shot 3.5 free throws. They gave him a shorter leash with the free throws. He was not shooting as many free throws as he did the previous game. I think that was a part of the adjustment. And that's partially why his minutes are also slightly down. But my thing is, will we be okay now? Do you think that we can, win without Mitch? Or if he can't go, or if he can't even be effective at all?
I think we can. I think we can. I think we can because we do have in the hope it wasn't that much of a factor. He was playing well. He played well against Philadelphia. Right. You have Sohan who can also play with a small five and during regular season. I think this might change the way that you are going to be allotting the minutes for Mitch. Like finally, you're going to be seeing quarters. So if they do hack-a-Mitch, it's going to be to our advantage because what's going to happen? Bonus, right?
Bingo.
So it's going to be changing the strategy. That's what I think.
Okay.
If he can still play, it'll be that they're going to be used with that, and they're going for the hack-a-Mitch. If you put it in the beginning of the quarters, but dude, you get into bonus faster. So even that strategy helps you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the quarters, when you're already in the bonus, it makes no sense, especially on that. Maybe you'll see a final. You will see, like Topo was talking about, the overhand throw, like Ray Barry. Even though he doesn't want to do that, but structurally that would be much better for his hand if he's hurting.
Got you, man. Yo, Juan, man, yo, great call, great insight. I appreciate you. You broke this down. You made sense of it for me. I'm very happy with the way you broke this down, for sure.
Let's just not lose our nerves and just wait until we get more information, and after that, then we can lose our heads.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, man.
Big time.
I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
No doubt. That was a great call. That was my man Juan, the OKF doctor. He gave me a lot of clarity. And yo, you know what? He reminded me on the fact that I never wanted to talk about this. I swear to God, I had so many other ideas for shows. But, once you put out the surgery, we got to talk about it, because there is a lot that we don't know. And, Juan, he gives us a world where Mitch can play, and I like that, and I'm hoping that's the case because I'm rooting for Mitch to get the bag. And if he goes out there and he plays with this and he balls out, imagine Mitch goes out there, he's shooting 60% from the free throw line, his minutes go up, his bag is going to go up, and you win the championship. So I want to see Mitch get the bag. I know that a lot of y'all don't care about that, but it is what it is. Hold on, really quickly. This brother is not a doctor, but he broke his pinky, and he wants to give his insight on the matter. So I'm going to let him talk, his talk as well. Gino, if you're there. What's good, Gino?
Yo, what's good with you, K?
Nothing much, man. I appreciate the support, my brother. I know you wanted to share your story about your pinky breaking scenario. So what's going on?
All right. So when I broke mine, my hand got caught up in somebody's jersey, and that's how I broke it. Now I sent you my raise, so you see where the fracture was.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
So when it happened, I played through it, but the night when I woke up overnight, it started swelling, and I couldn't bend it.
Oh.
And everything started feeling heavy. Like I couldn't even take a shower properly. Like, not to put that out there, but it was hard. And then when I found out that it was broken, they wanted to do surgery on it. But it was gonna take me another 2 weeks to come back.
Right. Yep.
So I said, nah, we ain't doing that route. So they put you in therapy. They try to put you in this. They put your hand in this gravity box to for you to get your range of motion back, because I had no range of motion.
So you had no range. So that's the part we don't know about Mitch, because they're saying it's like partial range or something, but we don't really know that.
Right. And then if you try to even bend it, it hurt. Everything hurt. Like when I tried to catch a basketball, it hurt. I couldn't literally do nothing with that hand just because of that pinky. And it's just, you're gonna lose strength in it. Like I couldn't even shoot. And the thing is that I'm a right-handed player. Right. And I had this injury on my left hand. Oh, but it's still effective. Right. So Mitch is kind of different. It's on his dominant hand.
Yikes.
And then the hacking and whacking, anything that touched that pinky, it hurt instantly.
Instant.
So I don't know if they might shoot him up with something to numb it. But
yeah, they got to.
That's
they gonna
just my experience. That's just my experience with it. And even when I came back after they said it healed, the pinky was weak. Like I had to do a whole bunch of exercises to get my range of motion back.
Yikes.
So it's a situation, but these NBA, is way different from college.
Of course, yeah. They got big money,
and they got the best doctors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They got the best doctors. So hey, if he say he could play and he gonna play. But they gonna know what's ultimately best for him. But that's my experiences with a broken pinky.
Okay. Well, listen, Gino, I thank you for the breakdown, man. Any last thoughts you willing to share with the people?
Nah, we just gonna go into these finals and do what we do. It don't even matter at this point. There's nothing we could fix, nothing we could correct. We just gotta go in there.
With or without him, right?
That's all it is. Next man up.
Thank you, Gino. Thank you for sharing your experience.
No worries.
Yeah. So it's good. See, so we got some differing opinions. Like I said, he's not a doctor, but he broke his pink. He actually went through it himself. He said he finished the game, and the next day it swole up. He couldn't do nothing. So Mitch finished the game, but how do we know if it wasn't the next day like that? And like Juan says, there's a lot of mystery. But hold on, really quickly, I'm gonna get back to the phone lines because I was looking into this article right here, The Athletic. So this is the part that worries me in terms of if you want Mitchell Robinson to come back. It's unclear, and by the way, this is The Athletic. You see how I go to mad different news sources? I don't just go to one source. I like to read a whole lot of different stuff from different people. Anyway, it's unclear how Robinson suffered the injury on Friday. Knicks coach Mike Brown told reporters it did not occur in the game or practice. Wait, what? Hold up. I didn't catch that. When I read that. Hold on. It's unclear how Robinson suffered the injury. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Are we on a wild goof chase? Because I know I read this, but I must have read it differently because I thought he said it did not occur in practice. This says it did not occur in the game or practice. But a follow-up question was met with a response from Team PR. We're not going to get in the specifics. What the hell is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What are we dealing with? Because that changes everything. That takes away what Ty said. It did not occur in the game or practice. I didn't catch that part. I read this, but for some reason, I thought he said practice. It did not occur in the game or practice. Mitchell Robinson, a day before Game 3, he removed his social media. I don't know. Hey, man, it's getting spooky out here, man. The injury didn't occur in practice. Hold up. Let me just... by the way, if y'all enjoying the show, man, we do this every day. Smash that like button so we can let YouTube know that this is the place to be. Hold on. We getting some good insight on this show. Ooh, hold on. I got another... Look at this. Hold up. I'm going to get back to the phone lines, but I just, I keep the news on deck, right? So, that's why throughout the day, I'm up to date with everything. Nothing gets past my radar, right? Look at this. Towns confident Knicks will be able to weather Mitchell Robinson's injury, however it plays out. Why are they saying stuff like, all right, look. Like, see, if the injury is small and y'all saying, yeah, he going to be all right, he going to wrap it up and come back, why are they saying things like this? Is it a concerted effort for everybody to throw everybody off? Because Mike Brown just said it didn't occur in a game or practice. Now, Towns saying Knicks will be able to weather the storm, whether he play, however it plays out. That doesn't scream confidence to me about Mitch's ability to play. It really doesn't. I'm not even going to the article. I'm just going to have y'all call. I'm going to read this later because I don't like to go into articles I didn't read. But 646-995-8389, call up, voice your opinion. Hold on. I got Angie waiting for a minute. I got to get Angie on. Hopefully she's still available. This is getting crazy. Yeah, we definitely doing the show tonight. Sure. It's just too much stuff to talk about, bro. It's just too much going on. What in the world is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Karan, what's
Angie,
going on?
Oh my God. Yo, my mind is spinning right now. I just realized.
I can tell. I'm watching your movie.
It did not happen in a game nor practice. So where did Mitch hurt his hand?
Mitch is complicated. For me, I think it's two things happening simultaneously. I think the pinkie is the pinkie, but it's not to the detriment where Mitch is not playing. If it was solely just a pinkie, because I think we forget that Mitch has the most tenure on this team, right?
Right.
At the end of the day, with whatever bag is coming to him, put money aside. Mitch bleeds orange and blue. We raised him, right? So there's no way that we're going into a space that we have not been to in since 99, 27 years, that Mitch is not going to do everything he can if it was just a pinky. If it's just a pinky, he's playing, because I read something too today from a source, as Dr. Wan said, before he had the surgery, they were saying, there was no timetable. Then today I read, he's going to play. They're going to put some type of glove on him.
No. He said he wanted to play. No one else
No,
said that.
No, I read something from ESPN. Somebody wrote it that he's playing after the surgery, and they're going to put some hand guard. He's going to have some kind of hand guard. I don't know what that means.
Put that in the Discord if you get the chance. When you get the chance.
Yeah, but this is my thing. I think the other side to this is one thing Mitch did, which is very hard for us to do as humans, and especially as men, to announce that I'm having some mental health issues, right? And so I don't know, how deep that is or whatever. And for me, I just think that if Mitch doesn't play, then I think there's two things happen simultaneously. That what a family does when someone is going through a mental health crisis, whatever level it is, family surround them. Family, that's when your true circle starts to surround you and protect you, right? And so even when I hear Kat say that if he doesn't play, I think that his announcement way before this pinky about his mental health has something also to do with it, to kind of protect him, from the backlash of it's your pinky and you're not going to play. We don't know if we ever get back, to the finals. And so, with that being said, I love your question about, do we need Mitch? I think I do believe we need Mitch to win in 4, but I don't believe that we can't win without Mitch.
Got you.
We do need to win him in 4. If Mitch is not there, then I believe we're going to win in 6, right?
Okay.
Because especially if it's the Spurs. If it's the Spurs, I would still venture to say we can win in 4 with the Spurs.
Right.
Now with OKC, I would say if Mitch is not playing, we'll win in 6. But when I look at both of these teams, Karan, and the level that they're playing, these two teams, the Spurs and OKC, they're not anywhere near where we are right now. They're nowhere near to where we are, how we're playing on both ends of the court. And this is not just being cocky. This is not just being, not humble. This is what my eyes see, Right. OKC they're not at our level right now. And so, my concern is that while we have this week off, that we're making adjustments from the last layoff to make sure that we come in sharp. Now, I just think we don't have the margin of error that we had with Cleveland, when we was rusty that first game. I don't think that in that first game, I don't think we have that same margin. But I think if we come, make that adjustment in this week off, where we come out doing what we've been doing in this whole playoffs, it's 4. It's 4. It's 4. If it's the Spurs, it's 4 with Mitch or without Mitch. With the OKC, like I said, it's 6. But we winning this thing regardless. I think it's bigger than the pinky. And I want to say this too. I think this is going to play to Mitch giving us a friendly deal, right? And the reason I said that, because I started to think about Shaman. When Shaman popped out his shoulder and he was on a non-guarantee, and we said, no, we still got you. Remember, the Knicks said, we still got you. We're not going to waive you. We're not going to whatever. They wrote it out with him, whatever. And I think him and Mitch is going to fall into that category after we win this chip. They're both going to be like, do I want to, gain the whole world and lose my soul? As somebody said, I think it was Ty was saying yesterday that you can go to Sacramento or whoever, but you ain't gonna have what you have in New York. When you have that thing with Ty mentioned yesterday, that wraparound service, they don't understand that's currency. That's currency to a person, right? And I think that's important to to Mitch, and I think it's important to sham it. And so I wasn't surprised when they linked them to saying, they're going to sign, give them 2 year, whatever that deal is, because I think that loyalty that Rose built with them to say, we got you whether you down, up, Mitch, you ain't got to play back-to-backs. They're not going to get that nowhere else. And so I'm just going to say that, okay. But oh yeah, we got this. We got this. And I do believe Mitch is going to play. I do
appreciate you, agreeing that we could win it without Mitch, because that's where I'm at
yes.
now. I don't think he's going to.
Absolutely.
I don't think he's playing, me personally. But we do disagree on the loyalty part. But I do appreciate you though, Angie. Big time.
Yeah. Her poor kid is so hand. Oh yeah, they'll fit in those couple of minutes to fine. They'll do 100%. Fine.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. No all right. Be good. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I just got to say really quickly, there's no such thing as loyalty in basketball. If somebody comes to me and they want to pay me $80 million and you're trying to pay me $15 million, I'm taking the 80. There is no such, because as soon as the team is ready to get rid of you, you're going to be on the first thing smoking. As soon as they sign you to a bad contract, there's an expansion draft, they're going to put you in the damn draft. There is no such thing as loyalty in basketball. If you got the chance to get paid and take your family to another level, then you have to make that decision for yourself. All that loyalty in basketball, they will trade you without a doubt in mind. Okay, perfect example. Dallas Mavericks, they called the Lakers and said, yo, are you willing to take Luka? If somebody called the Knicks tomorrow and said, hey, I'm willing to give you SGA, more than everybody on the Knicks will be up for grabs, probably besides Brunson. So all of that loyalty, that goes out the window. The organization is going to do what's best for the organization. So you as a player, that's why when people get on LeBron and they get mad at LeBron, I actually big up LeBron from turning the players into being their own bosses and going to get the bag, because the team would just get rid of you and dish you out whenever they feel like it. But no, now us as players, we have the right to go do our own thing and go get the bag. So yeah, you could talk all that loyalty stuff. Yeah, that's great for us as fans, because we only care about the Knicks. I want to see Mitch get paid. So if Sacramento comes and gives me the $85 million, I ain't got to worry about you crazy ass fans dissing me, talking about I can't shoot free throws. I ain't got to worry about the wild ass media on my back every day. I'll be all right in Sacramento. Ain't nobody going to care about me. Ain't nobody going to talk about me. I'm going to go get my $85 million and chill. Plus I'm on the Knicks and I already won the championship. So now I can go get me a bag elsewhere. So yeah, yeah, all of that loyalty stuff, we got to knock it off. That does not exist in basketball, dog. Look at Klay Thompson. All Klay Thompson wanted was what, $20 million a year? I can't remember what it was. It was a number that wasn't even that much money. And Golden State said, we don't give a damn how many championships you won with us. We're not giving you that bag. No, we going in a different direction. So just like that, the organization could decide to go in a different direction. We could talk about the 90s Knicks. Y'all want to go there? Let's go there. Anthony Mason was a part of the foundation, did his thing. But once they figured they could go get Larry Johnson, Grandmama, they put Anthony Mason on the first thing smoking. John Starks, the much beloved John Starks, he was on the first thing smoking. You have to do what's best for yourself as a player. Never sacrifice for the team. That's just how I feel personally as players. I want to see them get paid. The organization at the end of the day makes billions of dollars. You'll be lucky to make multiple millions in the NBA. It's a very short, finite career. You got to make the most of your opportunity while you can still play. So all of that, we're going to take care of you and shield me. If you're going to take care of me, then you need to give me the goddamn bag, because that's the only way to assure my future. I watched that man, Tony Snell, beg the NBA to take him back so he could get one more year so he could get his pension. You know what they all did to him? They did this. They turned his back. You know why? Because you're no longer useful to the team. We're not going to bring you in just so you can get your pension. No. There is no such thing as loyalty in basketball. So let's not look at it like that. Only loyalty that exists is us as fans to our teams. But the players, they're going to come and go. That's why I don't buy jerseys personally, because players come and go. They're here today. We love them. They're gone tomorrow. That's how it works. But I also believe the players should have the autonomy to go wherever the hell they want. Because a team will get rid of you at a moment's notice. You on your way to the game. Oh, wait, nope, you've been shipped to Toronto. A la RJ Barrett. Hold on, really quickly. Let me see where I'm at in the queue. Hold on, really quickly. Let me get my man Blue up in here. I'm curious to see what Blue got to say. No. I got Randall, then I got Blue. We get Randall up in here, then I got Blue. All right, who else is up in here? Walls P, if you there, give me 2 seconds, Walls P. I got you. We talk about Mitchell Robinson today. Not much information to go off. Either way, whether you think he's going to play or not, we don't got enough information. Only thing we know is that he wants to play and he's going to try to play. But let's see what happens. I ain't going to lie. Mike Brown opened up a can of worms when he said it did not occur in a game nor practice. And then the Knicks PR, I read every single news article. I have never seen Knicks PR speak out for any player. Never seen it. Not all year. I have not seen that. I've not seen that. This is some different stuff going on. Hey, this is some different stuff going on. You feel me? I don't know what's going on. It's getting mysterious to me. I'm left with a lot of questions, man, and not a lot of answers. But I know the question will be answered, if not by the end of or by the latest game 1 of the finals. Blue, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Yo, we talking about the Mitchell Robinson mystery. It did not occur in a game. It did not occur in practice. This is what Mike Brown just said. We know Mitchell Robinson had pinkie surgery, man. What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, he had to have the surgery in order for him to at least attempt to give it a go. It's my belief.
Okay.
I don't think without the surgery he wouldn't be able to play, or attempt to play. I mean, I think he just has to thug it out, man. To be honest, I mean,
okay,
this is the chip. This is the chip, man. I mean, you don't know when the next time you're gonna be here. You know,
yeah. That's
why not give it a go? Why not? Like, like, I mean, if it was broke, you had to fix it, right? So just like that saying, go if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This time it was broke, so you had to fix it. So, you know what I mean?
But it's uncharted territory, because if they're saying it didn't occur in a game or practice, that means we don't know the magnitude of the injury.
I mean, it looked like it happened and it was that game 3.
Mike Brown said, no, look,
yeah,
Mike Brown he said that it did not occur in the game or practice. And then Team PR said, we're not getting into the specifics.
All right, so I understood that he was going through some like personal shit. I mean, pardon.
Yeah.
He was going through something personal off the court. They never disclosed what that was. I don't know if he pulled an Amari Stoudemire. I don't know. You know.
See, and that's the mystery that I'm not comfortable right now. I like to have information. That's why I stay in research mode. But this right here is uncharted territory.
Yeah, I mean, but he has to play. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can play with a broken pinky. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
I'm
Gino
pretty
just
sure you
called up.
can.
Did you hear Gino's call? He said, yo, he broke his pinky. He finished the game. Next day, his joint was swollen. He had to go to the hospital. They wanted to give him surgery. He opted not to get the surgery, and he was out 4 months.
Well, he opted not to do the. Mitch opted to do the surgery.
No,
so
the reason why he opted not to do the surgery is because it added 2 weeks time to the process. He wanted to get it over with short as fast as possible.
So I heard you read the sports doctor or the sports trainer, or right, where he had to give it some time before the quickest somebody ever got to the court was within 12 to 14 days, right? I mean,
after
look,
surgery. No. After surgery.
But look, they ain't playing for no championship. So, look, man, this is the damn chip, man. Stop playing around, man.
Let's go. That's the energy
I'm
I
playing
need. We don't give
around,
a damn
man.
about none of the
Hey,
circumstance. We need you
word,
to play,
man.
Mitch.
For real,
Thank you. I like
get your
that.
you know what on the court, man. Stop
I
playing
like that.
around. We'll
Yeah,
see
talk
you
to him.
freaking. We see you on Wednesday. You heard?
Yep, we see you Wednesday. You better play it. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate that.
All
I
right,
love that.
all right,
I
all right,
love that.
one.
No doubt. You see, now that energy I respect because we're fans at the end of the day. All right, hold on. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about my man Ty. Hold on. Ty was triggered. I got to get Ty back up in here. Hold up. I see you, Ty. Hold on. Let me just make sure this wasn't for somebody else. Okay, no, this is for Ty. I got you, Ty. Hopefully you can still talk, Ty. My bad. My bad. I've been sort of triggered. I just was trying to get some of these other people in I didn't speak to. All right, let me get my man Ty back on here. And it's getting interesting, man. It's a lot of mystery, though. This is crazy. Team PR had to speak. What's going? Hey, yo, Ty.
Yo.
Hey, Mike Brown said it did not occur in the game nor practice.
Yeah.
So all that stuff you was talking about out the window, dog.
No. Listen. We all saw him fall. So if it didn't break during your fall, whatever he did after that contributed to the little break. But when your guy called, the gentleman who called and said something about his break, he didn't say what kind of break he had. We don't know if he had the same break because I told you I broke my pinky, and I didn't even know it was broke. I just saw it was crooked, okay, and I didn't feel no pain. That's what I'm saying. And mine is actually.
He said he had no motion. He had no motion.
That's what I'm saying. So he literally broke his finger. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm assuming him and Mitch's breaks are different, and mine is different. You know what I'm saying?
But hold on. But we can't say no. But because it didn't happen in the game and it didn't happen at practice, we can't say that now.
I was gonna get to that. Yeah.
We can't say
so
that.
Mitchell. Now for me, Mitchell. Whatever mental, we know he got mental health issues, right? We know that, and I'm very sensitive to that because I just feel like a lot of us men out here. And not just black men, black women, minorities, like we really need to get our mental health checked seriously because we're literally living in a mental asylum and social media doesn't help it at all.
Right.
But outside of all of that, Mitchell, like Angie said, my sis said, Mitchell, we raised him. And I told you that before we raised him. And I know you talked about loyalty. There is loyalty, but the loyalty is not on the side of the players. The loyalty has to come from the front office. But during that loyalty agreement, it has to be contractually done. Okay? So he can't just say, hey, I got you on the back end and it's a word of mouth type of thing. It has to be done in pencil, right? In pen. It can't be like, oh, Mitchell, we got you. Mitchell's not, I don't foresee Mitchell uprooting his family to go elsewhere. Now, if he does, goodbye, Mitch. I'm okay with that. We lost some great players that I didn't want to leave the Knicks. Mitchell, like I said to you guys before.
Hold on, Ty, really quickly. All the Knicks we love, keep it real. They all were traded. They all got up out of here. They never. How many people retired as Knicks? Come on,
but
keep it real.
I got you, Karan. I got you.
Okay.
We never, ever once was in a position like we are in now with those players, bro. Think. Nobody traded those boys in 72 and 70 and 73 when we won them 2 chips. Nobody traded them, Karan.
They got traded after that. Got them up out of there.
Thank you. So the players that we really
So
love.
there goes your loyalty, Ty. But that kills your argument.
No. It doesn't because it's what have you done for me lately? If I cannot win with you right now, I care about you, but you do. We have to part ways.
So that means Ty. That goes both ways. So you can't pay me right now. So I'm gonna go to somebody who's gonna give me $80 million for 4 years. I got a family. Thank you. You gave me my ring. I'm going now over there to go get my bag and take care of my family. What are you talking about?
I'm about to tell you. I understand that part, Karan. You're talking. So right now, you're basically saying he's gonna go for the bag wherever it happens. You sound hurt, and I get it. I'm hurt too.
I'm not hurt. But I want to see the players win.
Sam, why wouldn't we all? Me and you, we aspire to be NBA players, bro. Like, stop it. All of us on this channel, whether we were good or not, that's why we love the game. So we all want each other to get the bag. I would never want nobody not to get the bag, especially in this type of world. But what I'm saying is if I'm gonna go off of Mitchell's credibility, now you made me go there. He is not deserving of $80 million.
You see,
He
and
has
this is
not been.
why I say
This is
I'm the
hold on.
biggest Mitch supporter. I'm gonna let you go,
No,
but
you
I
know
am
I
his
am.
big
You know I am.
supporter.
You know,
Go
no,
ahead.
you know I am. But listen, I'm being honest and transparent. Those
I
two
know.
things are
I know.
different. Look, Karan, I love Mitch. We raised Mitch. He's our only Mitch. He's our only Nick who's been with us since he came into the league, man. So that's why I don't want Mitch to go, because I know his upside is going to be great. I know when Mitchell goes and work out with Hakeem, or he goes and work out with somebody in the offseason, he's just going to add to his repertoire. I know that. Okay. But in the same sense, I have to look at your resume. See, even with my business, I own an executive firm, right, where we protect high-profile clients, corporate and entertainment. So when I told you I work for the Lakers, I can show you all of that. Like, I'm that's just me giving you a little tidbit.
You ain't got to prove nothing to us, man.
No. It's not proving nothing. It's not proving nothing. It's not proving nothing. It's just me letting you know my background. And you see what I just did? I was trying to give you my resume. Your resume tells people exactly what you are, where you are, and where your projection is. Mitchell this is the first time in Mitchell's career he played 60 games for us. Guess what? He was on a games restriction.
But that's not accurate. That's not accurately true. He played 70 games one year, and he played 60 games another year. Mitch,
I don't remember. No, they pulled it up. They said the longest time Mitchell's played, the longest run yesterday, they showed 60, and after that was 59. You go look it up, and then it was 54.
That's why we stay in Richard mode. That's where you go to research mode, man. You know that.
That's what you do. That's what you do. I know who to go to. That's what you do. But here's the thing. I'm gonna get off this line. Okay, if Mitchell doesn't play, we still win the chip. I know that.
See, that's where I'm at right now, and I'm glad you said that. Thank you.
Listen, we still win the chip,
right?
But how we win it is gonna be different, and that's gonna be the scary part. Not spooky, but scary because it's unknown. Because Mitchell, we knew when Karl got out, Mitchell was gonna come in. He was gonna continue to enforce. You know, we had the high pick and roll with the lob thread. All that's gonna be washed because Porty, he's okay, but I don't know. I don't want to see Duke trooping there right now.
OG's gonna be the 5. Remember when Magic was the 5 back in the 80s?
Absolutely.
That's
but
OG
that's not
gonna be the 5.
But that's not how we won, is what I'm saying. So
really quickly, though, Ty, I just want to let you know, Mitch played 72 games in 2022. He played 66 games his rookie year, 61 the year after that.
That's
so
what
he had 3
I know
years.
Where did you get that stat from? Because ESPN pulled it up
basketball.
last night. Because
reference.
You got for who?
Basketball Reference.
No. See, all right. So I'm gonna go with ESPN on that. I get it.
No. All right. So look, we do it like this in real time. We go to NBA.com. Let's go there. Wait, different website. Let's see what they say.
Correct me. I don't mind being corrected.
Yeah. ESPN could be See, when people say they heard stuff from ESPN, it could be wrong though. I ain't gonna lie to you, Ty. Every day I find misinformation in articles every day.
Facts.
I'm not.
And I learned that.
I could literally go on a tear if I had the time. They would hate me.
Right.
I would just be pointing out everything. I would be the #1 sports fact checker. I don't got time to do that. So just because ESPN said it, let's go to NBA.com though.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind being corrected. I'm just saying, and during those times when he plays those, because what I remember is Mitchell not being able to stay on the floor for us during those important playoff runs. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that if we had Mitch, we would have went to the finals, and we didn't have Mitch. So right now, to me, as everything is going, looking at Mitchell, I'm afraid. I don't know if he punched the wall. He got mad at his fiance, his wife. I don't know if he, we don't know what type of mental health issue Mitchell has.
See that part. That's the concerning part to me. And we're not making fun of Mitch's mental health at all.
But here's the thing. I think for Mitchell, his safe place is the NBA floor. It's too much time in between for him. So we don't know we don't know the man's home, we don't know his splendor. We don't know what the heck is going on with him outside of being on that NBA floor. Because when you play, when you're on that floor, that's our life. Everything is we're on the floor. We're locked in.
So just for the record, Ty, and I just want to do this because it's important. I'm glad you did this so people could see in real time what I do. I never get stuff from one website.
Yeah,
right?
You told me that.
So NBA.com has the same information that Basketball Reference has. So it's either they're in cahoots or we could just say ESPN is wrong.
Right.
And they get it wrong a lot.
Listen.
They do.
Listen, at the end of the day, though, if I'm gonna go, that's why I brought up what has he done for me lately? Because every time we needed Mitch, he was hurt. You do remember that. So let's just stay there. Just stay there. So outside of the games being played, if he played 82, if he played 70, when we needed him the most, he was not reliable. He was not there. He was not there. And so that's what I'm going to go off of. So the stats, the analytical part, you got that. I saw them pull it up there and they said it. So fine. The point I'm making is, man, I assume, this is just me being wholehearted, I assume that Mitchell's going to play because it's more to lose for him not to play than it's more to lose for him not to play than him to play. So he has to play. Even if his minutes are restricted and short, he has to play to show heart, to show New York heart, to show New York that and show the other owners and other teams that this guy, man, he's playing through that. Oh, we really need. That's going to help his bag.
Yeah.
You want to get the bag? He needs to play. That's going to help his bag. But if the same narrative fits him, is when, dang, every time the Knicks have an opportunity, Mitchell somehow goes down.
Right.
That's going to be his knock. That's going to hurt his bag. And now Dolan and them can say, hey, we're going to give you $50 million, man, but we'll give you $10 million a year. If somebody come along and give you more, go ahead and go. Because, see, these owners are paying you for your ceiling, what you're doing for them now, and what you have done for them lately. It's
Bingo.
3 scoring modules.
That's why that's why I love what LeBron did. He changed the game. Y'all not going to play with me. I'm going to go where I want to go.
He took ownership of his career, and that's why the league really can't stand LB.
Bingo.
But,
and look, what year is he in? 24, 23, 24. And guess what? What he going to do next year? He going to go where he want to go. He going to go where he want to go. Straight to the Knicks championship.
But let me tell you,
let's go. I'm joking.
I'm about to go. You knew how to get me off the phone. I'm getting off the phone now. But hold on real quick.
I'm sorry.
Listen, KP. No, I'm getting off. It's okay, KP. It's okay. I'm gonna come on later on tonight. But look, before I let you go, with LeBron, the hate that came from LeBron, and I'm be honest with you, he went and enjoyed 2-3 other perennial All-Stars outside of Ray Allen, because Ray Allen, he had no more. No, he did get an All-Star when he went to the Miami too. But okay, so you had Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and you had Ray Allen. Ray Allen wasn't really in his prime, but Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade was. And LeBron went over there and joined them. That was the knock on LeBron. And then he did the decision in Madison Square. So outside of
which
that,
was crazy.
Right. Outside of that, his business prowess is excellent, phenomenal. He takes care of his people. He makes sure everybody on his team eat and win. He ain't playing about his son. So there's a lot of things I like about LB. I don't like that part about LB. You know what I'm saying? That this is the decision part. I don't like that. I think that ruined the game because now, you had, but the game got so big where each star had to be with a match though with another star to, because that was the league at this point. But anyway, 100%. All right, man, salute. But look,
thank you, Ty.
Real quick, Karan, Mitchell, if he did not get hurt on that NBA floor and he didn't get hurt at practice, because we've seen him get hurt on the floor, but it might not have been that serious.
Right.
But if he hit something, if he crashed out somewhere and he hit something, that's why I spoke to you about the wraparound. A wraparound program is where they have psychiatrists, they have doctors, they have people point of contacts, people to cover them and wrap around them throughout their ordeal in their life.
But there's an alternative view. I'm going to say when you get off the line, there's an alternative view to that too. I got the alternative.
I'm out of here because you're about to trigger me.
You might get triggered again.
I'm done. Bye, Karan, man.
All right. Look, I got to get rid of Ty because he going to stay on the line for 30 minutes. Let me just tell you this. The alternative view is, or you leave the environment that's causing you the stress and you go to another environment that's going to give you more money and you're going to be less stressed. That's also another alternative that I think players need to get. Let me get my man LB. Waltz, if you there, I got you next. What's good, LB?
What's good?
Yo, man, today is a hot ass topic, man. I really didn't want to talk about Mitch today because I talked about this last night. but then the surgery came out. Then Mike Brown says he didn't injure it in the game nor practice. What's your thoughts on Mitch and this whole
Yeah, I have a few
quagmire?
thoughts because it's in response to the previous callers, like multiple calls. First was about like the contract stuff, like if he leaves or not, and then it's about the injury. So I'll go with the injury first.
Okay.
This is the thing. I remember like 12 years ago when I used to work at the airport, I got my hand caught in the conveyor belt, like when you put like the briefcases like on the, the thing behind you and all that.
Yeah, that hurts.
So I didn't get the surgery at first. I wanted to see if I could just work it out because I only tore a ligament. I didn't break my finger.
Right.
My middle finger. So, and it was on my dominant hand. So they put my hand in a zero gravity machine, having to grab sand and all that to see if I can like work my hand back. I couldn't grab a skillet. I couldn't do nothing. Like that's how sensitive it was because it messes with your nerves. Now, when I finally got the surgery, like 2-3 weeks later, then I felt better like within like 2 weeks. That's what I'm saying. So when he got the surgery, so when the guy earlier that called in and said that he didn't do the surgery, because he didn't do the surgery. Yeah. Mitch did the surgery, so he'll be all right like in a week.
I don't know about that. You said a week?
Well, not fully healthy, but you know what I mean. Like you won't be in pain.
The dude said nobody in the NBA since 2005 has came back less than 14 days from pinkie fracture surgery. That's what the brother on Twitter said.
Yeah, like no, I'm saying like he won't be in as pain because his hand will be in the splinter and stuff like that. Then they'll like after the finals is over, then they'll revisit the pinkie again, like in a later checkup.
All right,
that's how that's gonna work because I've been through that. Like when she came back and revisited me after like 2 weeks or now with the whole thing about the whole loyalty thing.
Yeah.
What is loyalty if you have to put it on pen and paper? Then that's not loyalty. That's just business. That's just business. It's like what we talking.
No, it's fire. It's fire. I mean, they could get rid of you at any point. Somebody said, all we doing is when every year when the draft comes around, they're drafting your replacement. It was an NBA player that said that. I can't remember who said that. Damn. Somebody said that. It was a fire take. They're drafting your replacement. Yes. That guy that's coming up, he's there to take your job. Because the average time in the NBA, I think it was 4 to 7 years or something, 4 to 6 years is the average NBA career. So get your money.
Right. So that's why I was saying, I was like, I'm not really sure about like if he's going to stay or not. Now it was reported that they might pay him and Shamit. I don't think because if Mitch, it's like the Isaiah Hartenstein situation.
Bingo.
If they can outbid us like the Lakers, because remember the Lakers wanted Mitch like 2 years ago. Remember when they talked to us about that?
Right.
So it's like, what if they can like go over the mid-level exception number?
Bingo.
That we was gonna pay him. Then he's out.
Right.
It's like what are we gonna do now? It's like, no, you just let him go, and then we just get another player to fulfill
the replacement.
Right? Yeah.
But thank you, LB. Great call. Thank you for bringing your experience into it too. I appreciate that.
All right.
No doubt. If I could add really quickly too what LB saying, it's similar to Hartenstein, but it's not the same. Hartenstein we were capped, period. Like we couldn't pay him. We had no way to pay him because of how early bird rights work. Because of the early bird rights, it's based on your previous salary, a certain amount over. I don't want to get to the math in it. The bottom line is this. This is the most important part with Hartenstein. The most we could pay him was 4 years, $72 million. OKC, they were under the salary cap. They said that we can pay you 3 years, 87. So you think he going to come with loyalty and the shield? No, I'm going to go get paid. What are you talking about, a shield? A shield of what? I got to go get my bag. And guess what? That move is still working out for Hartenstein because even when OKC does not sign him, does not get his contract for this next year, unless they work out another deal, which they could, he will get paid. He's going to be the number one center on the free agent market ahead of Mitch. And then if Kessler leaves Utah, which is another possibility, He'll be another hot commodity on the free agent market. So, dog, get your money, man, because they are looking to replace you. All of that loyalty, it sounds great, it sounds smooth, but when's the last time we had a Knick retire a Knick? Think about that. When's the last time we had a Knick retire a Knick? Can you even think of anyone that retired as a Knick? That part right there, if you can't answer that question, then I think you need to abandon the loyalty dynamic. There is no such thing as loyalty in the business of basketball. And at the end of the day, that is what this is.
Your call has been forwarded to
Walls P. I tried. Walls P. I tried. Hold on. Did I call Randall back? All right, Jamal, if you there, I got you, Jamal. Smash that like button if you didn't get a chance to. Man, there's a lot going on today, boy. Wow.
Yo.
Jamal, Jersey, in the building. What's up, man?
What's going on? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. I'm very confused, but good. Let's go. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, the Mitch thing, man. Just listening to the show, you know, I just been kind of thinking over things. I remember seeing about a week or two ago, of course, he in a bad mental health state.
Yes.
Right. So then I fast forward that part to the other day. They saying all of a sudden we gonna re-sign him and Shamit, right?
Right. Good connection.
So then
keep it going.
Yeah, you said something else. That gave me another thought. You said, right, you had said what you had said. You had said something about Mitch. Basically, his minutes, his playoff minutes.
Bingo. Hello.
He only playing about 14 minutes a game.
13 minutes in the last series. Let's go.
Keep right. So I'm thinking if a person suffer from mental health issues, he's in a contract year. He wanted to get paid last year, but you held him off. And now he's not playing that much to where he can't come in the offices and say, I did this, this, and this. Look at these numbers, blah, 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 blah.
Now you're talking.
I think it's added stress on the situation as a whole. Right?
Yep.
Just piecing together the dots and the tea leaves. This is what I'm personally taking from it. Now, it is wild that Mike Brown said basically that this didn't happen around team facilities. And I know
that's crazy.
Right. That's super crazy. I think one of the reasons why he said that also because our players said they wanted to get right back to practice, and the team would have been heavily criticized if this happened in practice.
Yeah, good point.
Right? So I think he no, this ain't happening here. Not to throw Mitch under the bus, but they know what kind of firestorm that could start in New York because you got all this time off. You should be rested. What you trying to do? That's why we fired Tibbs. Blah, 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 blah. So Mike letting you know, no, not here.
Wow.
Not on our watch. Right? And that's just basically that's basically where my mind went with it. Can we win without him? Yes. Absolutely. Do I want to win without him? No, I don't. He's a part of the fabric of the team. Nobody wants to win without him.
I agree. Except the Knicks. That would be the best thing for the Knicks. The best thing.
That would be, but if this is a guy that struggled from mental health stuff, period, it still won't be the best thing for you having him going forward if he's not going to be at his best.
Might have to do a member show on this, man. We have to do a member show on this because it's deep. It's deep.
It's deep. It's going to keep going. I mean, it's going to be a lot of varying opinions on it, but that was mine. I appreciate being able to express it, but
no doubt.
Yeah, just those things was in my mind.
I got you. I appreciate you for sharing those thoughts, man. Big time salute, family.
No problem. Enjoy, man.
All right. Thank you. Yo, man. I don't know, man. This is wild. I've never seen Knicks PR speak for anybody, any player. Never seen it. Never seen it before. It's deep.
Yo,
Boss P, man, what's going on? I'm curious to see where you going. Matter of opinion in the building. What's your opinion,
what's
man?
going
I
on?
mean, we cracked a lot of codes today. We deciphered a lot of
Yeah,
information. Mike Brown said it did not happen in the game nor practice. What the hell does that mean?
The only other situation I recall that happened like this, but it wasn't to that magnitude, was Spreewell when he broke his hand on the boat or something like that.
Ooh.
I don't know if you remember that. Oops, I got turned to I don't know if you remember that, and that right there, like I think messed it up, like messed up the relationship with the Knicks
Wow.
at
So
that point.
do you
Yeah,
think that Mitch was out partying? Maybe they were doing too much. Maybe they were having a good time.
see, I don't know, because Mitch don't come off as the partying type. He come off like standoffish, like he just keeps to himself. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he injured his finger like while he was doing something with his trucks.
But think about it though, right? Like, Mitch, when's the last time you went to the finals? Come out with us, man. Have a good one. Now I don't want to come, but now come. Mess around, get into a fight or something. Mess your pinky up.
That is true, but I mean, looking at then again, they wouldn't put it in the forefront because they keep everything in the closet. But looking at how
Bingo.
focused the Knicks are, right? Do you think they would be out partying?
Yo, honestly,
Like,
man,
do
I,
Brunson come off as the type to be like out partying? OG, just look at OG. You think you could see OG in the club chilling like, oh,
maybe they thought they could do it behind the scenes. Like we book a private
probably,
building. We get some of the elite people out. It's
yeah.
real low key, no phones kind of vibe.
You know what they say?
You
It's the
just never
quiet ones you
know,
got to
man.
watch out for.
Hey,
They say
look,
it's the quiet ones you got to watch out for.
look, man, it's sports, man. We can have all the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
The more
But
conspiracies, the better. God damn it.
this is where I stand like on it as a whole, because like at the end of the
Okay.
day, we don't know exactly what happened, and we don't know if he's gonna play or not. But I
Right.
look at it like this, man. Mitchell Robinson, Oscar Robinson, meet the
Damn.
Robinsons, Knicks in 4.
Ooh,
Knicks
that's
in
hard.
4. I just feel like this team is destined, man. Here's the thing. If we won 2 pivotal games, was it 2 pivotal games without OG, or was it 1?
Definitely 2.
2 pivotal games without OG. Yeah. You don't think we could win 2 games without Mitchell Robinson?
I love Mitch, and I'm his biggest supporter.
Yeah.
But he ain't stopping nothing over here.
Yeah, like, and my thing is, I'm with you with putting Sohan in, because really the main thing we was looking for Mitch was rebounding and defense.
Bingo.
And Sohan can give you those. And on top of that, you can't do the hack-a-Mitch because Sohan can actually hit free throws.
Right. Right. And look, Waltz, if I could stick to my pick, right? My pick was the OKC, right?
Okay.
Who is they backup 5?
Exactly.
Somebody OG size, or just a little bigger than OG.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you factor in, if you put OG in there, even if, because like you said, Mitch was only given like 14 minutes. So you mean to tell me we can't put Porty in there and Sohan, like, not at the same time, but like if somebody get into foul trouble, you mean that you can't divide up 14 to 16 minutes between the two of them?
Bingo.
And then if you got OG, who also filled the center spot, between all 3 of them players, you can't come up with 14 to 16 minutes. It's doable.
Definitely.
You feel me? So I'm like, bro, I think with or without him, we'll be all right.
I'm with you.
The only thing not the last thing I want to touch on is what Ty had said, because at the end of the day, if a team comes in and offer Mitch 80 million, 80 million is 80 million.
That's a fact.
But I will say this though, because I had one of my boys that lived with me for a long period of time, and he was dealing with mental health issues.
Right.
The point that Ty is making that is a good point is with the wraparound program, you got to understand, people that deal with mental health, they don't like going to the doctors. They don't like taking medications and none of that. So when they find a doctor that they're actually comfortable with, it's kind of hard for you to leave that trusting environment.
Right. But does he have
that?
Me? We assuming he has that.
Yeah.
We don't know if he has that.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if he has it or not. But, if he does, that can play a major role. Now, I'm not saying that he's just going to be like, yo, I'm going to let $80 million go. But you got to look into that. And if he does have that, he's probably looking at it from the spectrum of, if I jump ship and go over there, is management going to be rocking with me like that? And if they're not, will my play suffer? Is the doctor going to rock with me if I switch out? Like, it's a lot of things that go into play. So just, if he has that support, just keep that in mind, because it's very tricky when it comes to people that deal with mental health issues and they find a safe space that they feel comfortable with. You feel me? So
that's a great point.
But yeah. But other than that, man, like, I can care, not to say I can care less if Robinson is there or not, but yes, don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. It would be a big help if he's there, but I feel we still got enough soldiers to handle business.
Okay.
So that's where I stand at, brother.
I respect that.
But yeah. All right. Shout out to OKF Nation. Shout out to you for doing your thing. Definitely
Thank you, family.
Everybody hit the like, subscribe, and definitely become a member.
Thank you, man.
Peace
I
out.
appreciate that, Wall Speed.
No doubt.
Great call.
Later.
All right. I want to add something to that too, right? The NBA has the best research team. They know everything about you, dog. So if a team is willing to give Mitchell Robinson $80 million, they have done their homework. They're not going to put him in a situation to fail. They're going to put him in a situation to give him all the wraparound he needs. But the one thing we know for a fact is whatever place he goes to, it's going to be way less pressure than New York. Way less pressure. I mean, just the fans and the media alone, you take away those two elements, it makes things a lot better. Think about it. Mitch is somebody who has a private Twitter account. I've been waiting to follow Mitch for like 4 years now. I'm still on the wait list. I don't think I ever get on the wait list. But even though Mitch, I'm your number one supporter. So you're dealing with somebody who always is trying to put a fence around him. And I don't think that he won't have a fence if he leaves the team. You acting like the Knicks fence is so great. If he does have mental health problems, then what's up with the support system in New York that's not protecting him and having him go through these certain scenarios? That's all I'm trying to say. I do got my man Ty. He's triggered like I knew he would. I didn't mean to. I don't mean to trigger people. I'm just speaking my mind. If you get triggered by me speaking my mind, then that's just what it is. We could talk about it. All right. But yeah, Ty's like he has something he would like to say. And I'm curious to see what his response is going to be. You all watching the show. We talked about a lot. We talked about Mitch extensively. What's going on? What triggered you, man?
No. It's not that you're triggering me. Like, we're having a conversation, but salute to Walt, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I was trying to say. Now, yeah, every team can put together a wraparound, but when you have a wraparound that you've been with for so many years, they become family. You could tell them your deepest dark. Going to something new is different for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what I know. But anyway,
okay.
When you talk about Mitch, when you see the oxes plowing the fields, right? The ox, they put when they're babies, they put a yoke on their neck, right? A yoke to keep their head down, right? So they can continue to plow the field as a baby. When the oxen get older, they remove the yoke. but the ox keeps his head down. That's Mitchell. We raised him. He don't know nothing else but New York media. So no, it's not going to be easy if he goes somewhere else, Karan. And he probably be like, this is all they asking? We conditioned him. When you have your children, you raised your children. They're under your tutelage. They're under your conditioning. So when we're talking about this, we're trying to pull feathers from something that has not no, Mitchell, and it's sad because everybody's talking about loyalty. But where's the loyalty when you're talking about, oh, we don't need Mitch now? So we're all saying right now, to me, the whole OKF Nation and Knicks Nation is going to tell me right now that we would have swept all them teams without Mitchell?
I don't think, well, only a couple of people saying
no,
that.
No, Karan.
I never picked the sweep, so I never was on the sweep train yet.
Yeah. But that's my point exactly. You're not hiding behind this one, Karan, because I'm asking you. So you're saying with Sohan in the lineup, replacing Mitch, would we have done to those teams what we did to them?
I think so.
When Cat got in those stupid foul troubles and Cat had to go out and we bring us. Okay, that's fine.
I think OG is incredible, and I think OG would have held it down.
Me and Figgy been telling y'all about OG from the jump, right? So I know about OG. What I'm explaining to you, KP, and
y'all was telling me about OG. I know about OG. God damn it.
No, but but remember, now, this is the time when you was talking about Mikal is better than OG.
I never said Mikal was better than OG. See, y'all gotta stop listening to other people and putting their thoughts on me.
No.
I'm
a member, my guy. I'm a member. I remember when you was like,
I said that I wouldn't argue it, but I don't think that. I think OG is the third option. I've been arguing for OG to be an all-star for 2 years now.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was defense, but all-star definitely.
No, but I said all-star. Coming into last season, I got content on that.
Okay.
But go ahead.
No. I believe you. I'm not here to tell you you're right or wrong. That's not what I want to be educated. That's why I'm asking these questions. You know what I'm saying? The question I'm asking you, Karan, is if you're telling me we would have still did these teams the way we did them without Mitchell. Personally, for me,
maybe not the same level of blowout, but I think we would have won.
No. Okay, so we're both in agreement. We're both in agreement.
Okay.
But I think Mitchell was a very intricate part of that 22-point comeback with that defense he was doing against Cleveland. I think against Atlanta, Mitchell was a very big he had a very big contribution to that victory, that series as well. I don't know. I don't know if we land here without Mitchell. So when everybody's talking about we don't need Mitch. We got to stop that. See, we're so damn spoiled right now. Now we think we can let go of everybody, and the Knicks we not facing the fact that this team, as it is, got us where we are. And Mitchell is a very big part of that.
But this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to shield themselves from this. The next news report comes out. Mitch can't play in the finals. Now what? We're going to lose? We got to still go in and believe. We can't go in and think that we're going to get cooked because Mitch can't play.
No, come on. I'm totally with you. I'm totally with Andy. I'm totally with all y'all. I know these are the finals.
Right.
Blood, sweat, and tears. I don't see neither one of them teams in that West.
Right.
Even if, God forbid, one of our other players went down and Mitchell was in the game, I still think we come out on top because I think it's destined for our team this year.
Bingo.
But what I'm saying, I think the argument I'm making is that yes, and I heard you. To go back to the other caller when he said he made a comment about what's loyalty if it got on the contract. That's showing loyalty. The loyalty is when somebody say, "Are you loyal to me?" Yeah, prove it. Okay, I'm gonna put it in contract. I'm gonna pay you in the next 2 years what I owed you right now. So that was the craziest take I heard.
Nah, he's saying this. I agree with him. He's saying it's a business. That's why we're here. We're not here because we love everyone.
But even going under loyalty, KP, is a business, my guy. If me and you talking, I'm like, yo, KP, this is what I'm going to do, X, Y, and Z. And you're like, okay, bet. We didn't go on the contractual agreement, but it's still trusting that what I said.
But look. But Ty, see, don't bring in another business. We got to keep it basketball. The business of basketball is dirty. It's a dirty game. It's very dirty.
But I think, and this is why I kick back with you and him. Then what is Leon Rose? What is Leon Rose then? Now y'all being disrespectful now to Leon Rose. Now y'all being disrespectful because he proved his loyalty. He proved it to each of them players. He proved it. Now, and granted, you brought up all these players who didn't retire a Knick. That's fine. That's the nature of basketball. It's very rare that a person.
So where was the loyalty to
team.
Emmanuel Quickly and R.J. Barrett? Where was the
That's
loyalty
not loyalty.
to
That's
Dante
business.
DiVincenzo and
We
Julius
didn't want
Randle?
them. Hold on, KP. Let me respond to that.
We got to
We
stop.
did not. No, we did not want. We did not. We wanted to keep Emmanuel Quickly. We wanted RJ to go because we wanted Anunoby. Leon Rose has a vision, and his vision has come to fruition, Karan. And unfortunately, in casualties of war, DiVincenzo was one of those. Emmanuel Quickly was one of those. But I'm not trading nobody for the team that I got right now. I love DiVincenzo. I would have loved to see him with the Knicks. He'd probably come back to us next year. But no, he's still going to be out for that majority of that season next year. But at the end of the day, Leon Rose did what he was supposed to do to put the vision into perspective, to make it come to fruition. Jalen Rose talking about loyalty. You name one person, KP, that's going to take that much of a cut to make the ultimate goal happen and get.
So you're the only one, Ty, right now that is willing to give Brunson $400 million when his extension. You're the only one. Everyone else says no.
If he brings me in my lifetime a championship that I've never witnessed in my natural born existence, held to the yes. There's no price on the time. See, that's
so why are me and you the minority of people then? Because there's a lot of people saying no, it's not it's a terrible decision for the franchise because we only care about the Knicks.
No, but KP, the reason why you and I are saying that because we want players to get paid, but at the same time, we understand the magnitude of what Jalen Brunson has done or what he's getting ready to do. If he does this, he's going to be the greatest Knick of all time. So he deserves that. He got robbed of everything, fam. He get robbed of the first team. He get robbed of being in the MVP chat. He get robbed of everything. Give him his damn money if he bring us a chip. I don't care
that's what we're saying.
saying.
But there's a world where that may not happen. And now he might have to settle for less again.
He can never settle for less because what they're gonna do, they're gonna give it to him on the back end. We're the number one media in the world, not media. We're the number one market in the world.
We gotta be easy with the Steve Ballmer tactics, though. We gotta be easy.
Yeah. Okay. what did I say? Correct me.
We're gonna give it to him on the back end. We're gonna circumvent.
Easy. Come on,
yo, get your final word out, man, Ty. Get your final, because me and you could talk all day,
here,
man.
I'm out of here. All right.
I appreciate you, Ty. No, but we both agree on Brunson, though. I do think he should get paid, too. 100%.
Yeah. But real quick, I want him to get paid, but I want him to get paid after the dynasty run is over.
Right. Yeah. No, we saying you got to handle business. We're not saying to pay him just because he's sat. No. Right. We talking about you get this championship.
Right.
Yeah. Now you get the bag. Right. So yeah. No, we on agreement.
Absolutely, Sam.
100%.
All right, bro.
All right. Bet. Yeah. No, like us as fans, that's where the loyalty is. Like we are fans of the Knicks. This is our team. We want to see us win. That's where the loyalty comes in. That's where the love comes in for the fans. That's why the team has to take care of the fans. Because if you don't take care of the fans and make the fans happy, we're not going to spend money. We're not going to watch your team. So that's where the loyalty comes into play, right? But on the business side, it's a ruthless business, dog. I went to school. So I was a sports management major. Then I switched and made it a minor. Because I was learning how the business is ground. I didn't want to be a part. I love sports. I didn't want to be a part of the business of sports. It's just nasty. It's a nasty world, bro. What's good, Tugboat?
KP.
It's a lot going on, Tugboat.
Yeah, I after the call, I was on daddy duty. I was doing daddy things, and then I come back. What happened?
Yo, Mike Brown dropped a Woj bomb. I don't even think he intended it. I didn't hear him say it. But this is according to The Athletic, to anybody who joined. It's unclear how Robinson suffered the injury. On Friday, Knicks coach Mike Brown told reporters it did not occur in the game or practice. But a follow-up question was met with a response from Team PR. I never heard Team PR step up to say nothing, Tugboat.
I've never. What did
not
PR
for
say?
A player, never.
Never.
We're not going to get into specifics. Change
Oh,
the whole
okay.
Mitchell.
No.
It changed the whole Mitch conversation.
That's the Mike Brown. You lying, and we're not gonna get in specifics because you trying to
Mike Brown
excuse a
is
lie.
lying.
Okay.
Wait, what? Where do you get Mike
We,
Brown is lying?
you just when I was on a call earlier, you said, "Yo, I don't know where that clip is. I don't really care about the clip, but I got the clip of where Mitch hurt his hand. We saw him hurt his hand. What do
No,
you mean
sir.
it didn't happen in the game?
I'm telling you that Mike Brown said it did not occur today. Mike Brown said it did not occur in the game or practice. That's what Mike Brown said today. So anything you heard yesterday, that pales to what he said today. Mike Brown said this today. I understand that. Mike Brown said today, when he was questioned by the reporters, he said that it did not occur in the game or practice. And then the team PR had to step in. I don't think Mike Brown is lying. I think the reason why the team PR stepped in is maybe because Mike Brown said too much. Maybe he wasn't supposed to say that.
Which he has a tendency of doing.
Bingo. Speaking too much. So this is why I'm saying I'm concerned now, because now we don't know the scope of the injury. Like Juan called up. Salute to Juan, the OKF doctor, man.
What did Doc say?
Man, he said, first off, we don't have enough information. We don't know the type of fracture. We don't know the type of surgery. We don't know nothing. So anybody talking about what could happen if this, that, and the third, he said he did hear from somebody talked about he had partial range of motion, and that tells you the severity of the injury. But who knows what anyone is saying at this point? No, seriously, because people talk about ESPN.
I'm just thinking in the grand scope of things of Mitch deleted social media.
Really quickly,
and now it's more drama behind him. Okay.
Bro, that's the other conspiracy part. See that? But Ty said he heard someone ESPN about Mitch's games he missed, and it was incorrect. He said he heard it from ESPN. Just because ESPN says it, it doesn't mean it's correct all the way. It's not a slight towards ESPN, because there's a lot that goes on, stories, updates. Remember when the lady said the Knicks had the players only meeting, and then the player said it was not a player. So
it was not a player. Yeah, right. Yeah.
You got to be careful. This is why you should get your information from multiple sources. You shouldn't just read one publication. You got to get it from here. You got to see what they all line them up like ducks in a row, and that's how you draw conclusions. So when Mike Brown just opened up a can of worms with this statement, now it could be small. Maybe Mitch is okay. Like Juan said, surgery doesn't have to be so extensive. It could be a slight little tweak and you're back, right? Or it could be something crazy, right? So, but we don't know. So we have to maintain our flexibility here and not just think,
Right, because the last time this happened was Amari Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire lost. I was talking to Melo in the chat. Amari Stoudemire lost his brother. Then he was out for a month, and then took a bad loss in the playoffs, and then he ended up punching a fire extinguisher, and that was it for his hand. So I don't know, man. I don't.
I didn't want to talk about this today, Tugboat. I had so many other topics. I did not want to talk about this, I swear. Because we talked about it last night.
Yeah. But but it's a big deal. No pun intended. It's a big deal because it's Mitch. We ain't trying to go in there without that guy, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about, but I don't know what's been said. But it sounds like there's some slight Mitch slander going on, as if he doesn't make this playoffs
I don't know
run
if it's
series easier.
No. I don't think it's slander. I think it's Knicks fans not wanting our dreams to die. So we don't want it to die with Mitch. So we're trying, it's a coping mechanism of we would be all right without him. And I support that. It's not a slight. We're not trying to, we didn't ask for you to get pinky surgery and then break your hand. We want you to be there. But if you're not there, you're not going to ruin our dreams. We've been waiting for a long time. How long you been waiting for this? Let the people know. How many years?
I'm 92. So
it's a long time, my brother.
Yeah, it's been 20 years. No, 30 years.
30 years. Since I was born, I've been waiting for this goddamn moment. I'm 40, goddammit. And you ain't gonna ruin my dreams because you can't show up.
Because you can't show up. Yeah.
Hell no.
I feel it.
So it's not a slight to Mitch.
I do think you got a little low key smirk on the situation though, because I know Ty called you out yesterday, and I'm all the way with it on.
What I did?
You want Mitch to go.
Wait,
you know
what?
You want Mitch to
Wait,
go.
whoa,
you know you
my
want Mitch to go.
Died. Hell no. I want Mitch to get paid. Period.
Right. Yeah,
I'm a
and we
player
know why you want him to get
appreciator.
paid. You don't want the Knicks to pay him.
Nah. I think the Knicks should pay him. I think that the Knicks
Okay.
should pay him. And I'm getting the feeling that there's tactics. I'm not saying the Knicks are, and by the way, if the Knicks are doing these tactics, they're not wrong. See, it's business.
Right.
It's not right or wrong. It's what's good for business. It's what's good for my bottom line, bro. So
Yeah.
I commend the Knicks for doing a lot of the moves they're making.
Yeah,
But
because
it
we're in
may
the
not
finals.
be
It was finals or bust, and we ended up in the finals.
bingo, but it may not be the best benefit of the players. So there's a
Yeah.
clash there. So this is why when people diss LeBron and they don't like LeBron, I love what LeBron did. Because LeBron said, as a player, I'm going to put myself in position to make the moves for what's best for me, not for you. Because at the whim's limb, you're going to get me the hell up out of here and trade me for Luka at any moment. If somebody call up, yo, we got SGA for you. Are you willing to give us this, and this? Are you kidding me? They're on the first thing smoking tomorrow. And now you're out of there, the beloved player. So everybody has a price, bro. And that's just the nature of the business. And everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And players understand that.
What? I don't think Brunson.
What you mean? I'm clean, man. I showered.
Did I lose you, Tugbo?
That's what you said. Ew.
Huh?
Oh, I thought I lost you.
No, I said I don't think Brunson's ever going anywhere though.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody. Okay, who you going to trade Brunson for?
That'll test the loyalty. Nobody.
Right. So that's
if
why.
he gets his chip, nobody, man.
He's untouched.
I mean,
No,
it's Steph
Brunson
Curry
right
treatment.
now. Brunson right now is untouched. Like superstars don't get traded for superstars.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that goes.
All right. Well, we'll see. Time will tell. Like I said, in the meantime, I hope Mitchell gets better, and yeah, we'll keep it pushing.
Okay.
With or without him, I just prefer to have him.
That's all we're saying. So there's no disrespect to Mitch at all.
Okay, fair enough.
We love Mitch.
Fair enough.
All right. So
all right,
you
brother.
good? All right.
Yeah. I had to catch up because I was like, yo, I missed everything. So
I'm gonna be back tonight because there's way more topics in this I want to talk about.
All right, bet I'll be locked in with you.
No doubt.
How long is the
all right, brother?
Big time salute.
I'm not gonna hold you.
All right, hold on. Let me get my man. Hold on. My man Bluish, he wants to call back. I'm really sure if he's triggered, but he said he wanted to call back. Wow, this just gets interesting, man. This is, I don't know, bro. Mitch, what's going on, Blue? I see you want to get back on the line. What's going on?
Yeah, yo, man. Listen, man. All this talk about wraparound programs and all this. Yo, man, listen, man. He just need to get his big ass on the court, man. For real, beef. Like, yo, I ain't trying to hear nothing, man. Yo, look, we don't know the severity. No, we don't. We don't know what his pain tolerance is. If he's able to catch the ball, lob it through the net. Look, man, he's good. Yo, we losing sight here, man. Yo, this is for the marbles, man.
Yeah.
This is what you play the game for. Yo, man, I know this. If this was me, I know I'd be out there. I don't care, man. Kobe dragged his like, you know what I mean? Like, if you could walk, you could play. Put it that way. Look, man, we losing sight of what we watching this game for. This is for the Larry O'Brien Trophy here. This is for everything. You want to be in that immortal category in New York. You drafted here. You've been here for 8 years. You're the longest tenure. This means something to him. Contractually, he know this means something to him. He's going to play. There's no There shouldn't be a doubt in his mind, our mind, the Knicks mind, PR. Look, man, this is this is what you for since you was a kid. You know what I mean? If you nice enough, like we all hoop, like
Yeah.
unfortunately, you know what I mean? Like some of us ain't 6'10", 7 feet. You know,
Right.
so
That's a
yo,
fact.
man, look, he's at the pinnacle right now where he, it's in like your grasp almost, man.
Yep.
You could you could you could see the forest through the trees at this point. Yo, man, we talking about your pinky here, man. Like your pinky be? You trying to tell me our fate, our hopes, and I understand. Listen, man, he only played 14 minutes during, his minutes has been limited.
Yeah.
But look, man, like he's an integral part of what they do. They've load managed him the entire season. For this to now come down to a we talking about a pinky here, man. Get that
But
thing
I
off you if
told
you
y'all,
got to.
the load management was crap. I told y'all that.
Yeah,
I've been
I
saying it all
agree,
year.
but I agree, but look, man, he he is he he's got to play, man. Honestly, man, I'm not gonna sit here and say we can't win it without him,
Right.
but look, man, like he is without a doubt a major cog in what you do. And you cannot like say, okay, yo, we just gonna do X, Y, and Z without him because you don't know what X, Y, and Z looks without him at this particular stage of the game. And you need this dude on the floor. I don't care if he's just a body, man. Dude, play with your hand behind your back, man. I don't care what you gotta do, man. Yo, man, this is for the shit, bruh. Look, man, like we understand that if he's serious, if he's going through some serious stuff in his life, he understands this part because he acknowledged the mental part on his Instagram. He acknowledged that he was going through something.
Yeah.
But at the same time, on his Instagram, he still posted like, him being mic'd up and him being engaged and him being, locked into what they was doing. So whatever outside noise he had going on, it didn't affect him on the court.
Good
But
point.
now we're here now. And yo, man, tape that thing up. I'm pretty sure his look. We seen like I know the part where he got hurt on the court. I remember one of his teammates tried to help him up and he pulled back and he was like, nah, and he pulled him up with the left hand instead of the right hand. So I don't know if it. I know Mike Brown is saying one thing, and the PR is saying, and like we're not gonna get in specifics here, but look, something happened on that court where he did hurt his hand. Like we see him shaking it off, we see him like favoring it, and then whatever happened outside of it, that's irrelevant. I could care less, man. Look, he had the surgery. He says he's gonna play. He says he's gonna be available for game one. If his pain tolerance says that he can deal with it, I know the medical staff is gonna be like, all right, man, throw him out there. He said he's good. Let's give it a go. Monitor how well he can. Oh, hopefully he can shoot free throws with the damn thing on his hand, man. No.
I
If
don't
he if
know,
it
my
improves
brother.
if it improves his free throw percentage, man, throw him
That'd be
out there. I don't
crazy.
care, man. Yeah,
That'd be
man, we
crazy.
don't
We
know.
take it. We'll
We
take
don't
it.
know. We'll take anything, but yo, man, he got it. Yo, look, he's got it. He's got to understand. Look, this is for the marbles here. This is what you play for. This is what you dreamt about. You know what I mean? This
Okay.
the city, man. You got millions of people out here. Like, yo, look, man. This championship ain't gonna favor on nobody's pinky finger here, man. You heard? Yo, man.
One man's
Look, man.
pinky. Oh.
Word. Get the heck out of here. I'm good, man. Yo,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. Thank you,
all
Blue,
right, yo, I'm
man.
good, man.
I
All right,
appreciate
yo.
you, man. Big time.
All right, man. All right,
No
word.
doubt. All right. It's my man Blue on the call back, man. Look, man. Look. We gonna be back tonight. We got more stuff to talk about. There's more than this. We don't know what's going on with Mitch. It's a little bit more complicated than we thought. But we hope the big fella's okay, mental health and pinky wise. We wish you the best, Mitch. But we will be back tonight. And until next time, as always, let's go. Knicks.